Welcome aboard the art ship Octopod. I'm your Captain Seven. I'm here with Steve, and today we're in reverse 1999, which is completely different from what I said we would do last time, but that's besides the point. I remembered that I haven't done some of the anecdotes for this game and their characters, and I need to do them. I need to know who they are, what they do, and everything. I've already done Oliver Fox. He was the first one I did because I actually did it during the time duration, and then they added this feature as a permanent feature, and then it's okay. I'm checking the audio. I'm fumbling my words. I think it's fine. I hear me. Oh my god. I'm not having a good word day. I haven't had good word days for the... last few days. My god. It takes me that long to think of that sentence. We're in trouble. But that's okay, because all these anecdotes definitely require reading. I don't think it's voice acted, so pardon my terrible wording in advance. And, let's go. We'll start with Charlie's, because this one came out first. I didn't do it during the time duration. I thought I lost it forever, but as I said before, they put it as a permanent feature, so let's start with Charlie's, and we can go to DK's, which is up in the other category. It's right there. It's not permanent yet, because it's got the little fighting thingies in it. Anyway, enough blabbing, let's go. I love this picture. It's so dynamic. But it looks like there's a weird line there. But oh, it's like ancient, like 1920s cameras. I don't know what era Charlie's from. I guess it'll tell me. Exiles. Let's go. The journey of an exile often signifies fate. Yes. The Exiles Part 1. Got that deer picture? Fool. Oh, okay, we got a voice act. Oh, Mr. Fool, how much further do we have to go? Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I thought you guys actually started playing good games. What do you mean reverse 1999 is a good game? Listen. Listen. I need to do this, so I was like, might as well stream it for everyone. And hopefully have a good time. Listen. No, it would reverse ass. No. This game good. There's a storm and it reverses time. And it's cool and it's very painterly. And look at that top hat. That's a cool hat. It's okay, we'll play a better game on Wednesday. We'll play Honkai Star Rail because it's getting an update. So get ready for 8 hours of pure story content. And also my brain is silly today, so I'm like, I need to do something that's just straightforward reading, I guess, even though I'm bad at reading. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't think. Mr. Fool, how much further do we have to go? Oh, it's the Fool. I love Star Rail, like if you like railing with your friends. Everyone hit the like button. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I can't wait for the next story quest for Star Rail. We're gonna meet Boot Hill, and I love Boot Hill. Yeah, I love his hat, and he's a cyborg. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Boot Hill right now. We're there with the Fool. The Fool from JoJo's Iggy Stand? The crossovers are everywhere. My dear Troop Master Charlie, to which path are you referring? He just gets the Metaton voice. For the road to paradise has been long closed. No sign of it reopening anytime soon.
Oh my, oh my.
He does sound like that. I love the rose. I don't know what you're doing with your lips. But if it's the path to hell you're after, that remains wide open, ready for our carriage to speed down and down. Why do you want to go to hell? Do you want to meet Satan? He's a baddie though? Sure. What to do? That rose is very prickly. You're gonna get your fingies hurt. You're not even holding it, and your thumb looks really, really thick right here. You said it, not me. Listen, the fool can hit it, I guess. Is that what the kids say? No, that's not what I meant. I think Charlie's British. I get British vibes. Oh, nice cackle. It makes me feel right at home. Aha, a jest, my dear, to lighten the mood on this long journey. How long of a journey are we talking? We've an hour left till we reach our destination. You answered it for me. Okay, thank you, fool. A whole hour? You seem rather surprised. An hour, 60 minutes. 60 minutes is in an hour. 60 times 60 is a number. 360. No, 20. 320. 420. I can't do math in my head. I shouldn't try to think today. It's not a good thinking day. Well, yes. It's only that we've It's only that we've already met quite a few people on our journey. I thought perhaps we were closer to town. Also, there's something else. Something off about this letter. Is it from Steve from Blue's Clues? You got a letter. You wonder who it's from. I can't read that. It's smeared. Dear Troop Master Charlie, we've heard your... Sorry, I heard thunder outside. Why? No, don't let it distract you. Stop it. Troop reputation. The folks in our city wish to see you perform at our upcoming festival in 5 days' time. 5 days? 5 nights? Freddy's? You heard it here. I guess the fool could play the role of the puppet. And Charlie could be Freddy because they both got blue eyes and hats. And they're both performers. Yeah. It's altogether strange, isn't it? Who invites a theater troupe to perform at a time like this? In the dead of night at an abandoned pizzeria complex. More surprising is that you received the invitation at all. What's that supposed to mean? Who are you? Why are you part of this troupe? Do you perform? Are you a drummer? No, you play the violin. I can tell. Only a few years back, we'd have enough of these letters to fill a wall. But that's long since past. Did your troupe fall out of power? Like it's a government figure? No. Fall out of popularity is the wording, jeez. With all these theaters prohibited, sending a letter like this is brave. Oh, no theater allowed. Myo-mendulate. What the fuck did you just tell me? Myo-mendulate? What's that supposed to mean? I'm offended. No, I'm not. You have nice teeth. Anyway. Brave indeed, openly defying the ban. Theater's banned, I see. I'm not a historian, but I'm sure it relates to some historical event. But my dear troop master, new laws do not restrain desires. They only make new lawbreakers. We're criminals now, time to go to jail. It's only right that we respond to the people's desires, whether there is be a law or not. But Did we all not agree on this decision? The whole troop, including you? Who else is in this troop? It's only 2 of us on screen. Remember, AI Jesus is your competition. Oh, no, gotta step up your game. I gotta beat AI Jesus. I gotta, what do the kids call it? Boots the house down? That'll show him. I'm gonna throw my boots at the house.
Still, I feel like we shouldn't go. What if it's a trap?
Well, it's too late. We're already an hour away from the convention. The convention? Yeah, sure, that's where we're going. Hey, it's Soldier. He's pretending. He looks like the Pan Piper guy from the Shrek movie, but he's got no eyes. Pardon me. Would you be the actors from the People's Troop? Soldier TF2? No way! Oh, I didn't recognize him. I didn't recognize him with that face, or that hat, or that pioneer hair.
Yeah. Soldiers? It is a trap. These soldiers must be here to arrest us.
Well, arrest them back. You have the authority. You're the troop leader.
Run away! Run away!
It must not be.
It must not be. Wait, Troop Master, no need to panic. These fine chaps don't seem interested in starting a fight.
Well, too bad. I'm going to fight them anyway.
Just pulls out a revolver, starts blasting. A middle-aged man steps forward from among the soldiers. Jeffrey. Wow, I hope Jeffrey's a playable character. Jeffrey's the imposter among us. Look at that powdered wig. He also got no eyes. What voice should Jeffrey have? No, we're not this.
Hello, allow me to introduce myself. I am Jeffrey. We're here to welcome you on behalf of Atabata Baba Automan.
That's the name of the place.
Mr. Fool and I are acquainted. I believe he can attest to my identity.
I'm so sorry, Jeffrey. He deserves it, though.
Huh? So you're not here to arrest us?
Of course not. Why, I'm as big a fan as your troop as anyone else. Why would we do that?
I don't know, Jeffrey. Maybe you're a two-faced bitch. Have you thought about that?
You must have seen all the people headed this way. They are local farmers and craftsmen on the way to Autonama for the festival.
The Charmony Festival? No, not yet. Too soon.
Oh, yes, of course. Like it said in the letter, still having a festival at this time feels a bit
dangerous. We're well aware, but the decision was made by the mayor after weighing all the risks.
I don't trust this mayor. I don't know nothing about him, but I don't trust him. Mayo has mayo in it. I don't trust mayo unless it's the avocado mayo that's made with avocado oil. Hellman's can go fuck. Hell. Oh no. There goes any sponsorship from Hellman's. This stream is sponsored by Hellman's Mayo. No, that's disgusting. Quick mayonnaise story, then I'll continue. I used to, instead of sauce for pasta, I would make a mayonnaise sauce, quote unquote, where I'd put mayonnaise on the pasta, put a little bit of garlic in it, and call it a day. And I hated it, but I did it for like a couple months straight. Anyway.
The mayor thinks people need something to celebrate in these troubled times. To avoid clashing with the Duke's ban, we're calling it a market fair, at least until the show begins.
Yeah, it seems like a fair deal. We're gonna kill the Duke. I'm calling it now. Mayor versus Duke. Who would win in that fight? Probably the Duke, and then everyone gets arrested and executed.
We'd appreciate it if the troop could likewise be discreet.
No, Jeffrey. Why, even the foolish groundhog knows to keep its head low when the hawk's on the hunt. And it also knows how to see its shadow to predict 6 more weeks of winter.
That's a sharp analogy, my friend.
I already forgot the analogy he made. Something about a groundhog.
But either way, I want to thank you for coming and for responding to our plea despite the dangers involved.
I read that as dragons at first. This festival's full of dragons. They're gonna torch the buildings, cause terror, step on everyone, lay eggs, and there's gonna be scales on every pie.
You're too kind. We're just grateful for the chance to perform.
What song are you gonna perform? Spill the tea. Is it Beyonce? Is it the duck song? Is it To the Bone by that one guy that I can't remember his name?
The festival and your show will be held tomorrow. Until then, rest up and stay low.
How low? Like limbo low? You know, when you're limbo and you gotta get low?
I've arranged a place to stay and some provisions for you. Follow me.
Thanks, Jeffrey. I'm sorry I made you sound like Stitch. No, I'm not. Feck Jeffrey. I don't trust him. He's probably the Duke in disguise and he's leading us to our death. Only feet! Prior to the website OnlyFans, it's only feet. I'm not pronouncing that right. It's like fete? It's a fete word. I'm looking it up right as we speak. Doesn't need to know so I can get a feel what this chapter's about. Feet, meaning a celebration or festival as a noun. If it's a verb, honor or entertain. Only an honor, only a celebration. It could be either way. Anyway, we're gonna party. I didn't read that. Something about composition. We're composing music. This city looks really run down. No, it doesn't actually. I thought these were holes in the walls. That's just moss. That's actually correct. As night descends the following day, one tranquil street bursts into life, abuzz with activity. Bonfires crackle in the heart of the square, dispersing the chill and blending it with the lively chatter and the scent of malt and spices to create a warmth that envelops the crowd. What the hell is malt? Is that salt but mildewy?
Yeah, could I have some bread? How much is it today? All bread and meat are absolutely free today, courtesy of the city council.
Well, that's nice of them. I guess that makes up for the ban of music and theater performances. He looks like Shakespearean NPC number 1.
Free.
Oh, I was going into the Jeffrey voice. No.
Free. What's going on here?
Before he could react, the vendor had already stuffed several loaves of bread into his hands. Here's your bread, and here, take a drink on the house. Ooh, that sound! The vendor bent down to pour an amber-colored ale into a nearly barrel. From a nearly barrel? He bent down to pour an amber-colored ale from a nearly barrel. A nearly empty barrel? I guess that's what they meant. No, a drink. That's almost like elderberry malt to me. Nearby? Did it say nearby? Oh. It said nearby, didn't it? From a nearby barrel. Oh no! I even read it like 300 times and they read it wrong. Listen. My bad. I don't know what came over me. Elderberry malt. I guess I've been drinking that, I suppose. No, I don't need the log anymore. No, it says nearby now. It's like when you get one thought stuck in your brain, then you're like, you can't shake that thought. You have to make it correct. You have to make it fit into reality when it's not correct. As the resident took a sip of the cup, his face lights up. That should be a comma. I know that. That's actual grammatical error. This is elderberry malt, made from the finest elders. But what are you doing? All liquors are banned now, even arcane brews. Wait, could it be? Is this all to celebrate the festival? Yes, it's your invitation to come watch a theatrical performance. And keep it secret. Don't worry, it's only a market fair today, my friend. In quotes. The vendor gave a shrug, then hid their smile. Yeah, I got the gist. A fair market? That seems more like a celebration to me. Well, shh, don't say it out loud. There's guards everywhere. You're gonna turn around, guards in that window, guards in the doorway, guards in the moon. That's not showing, but it's there. I was wondering why they started lighting up the square. It's on fire. It seems to me you're celebrating Christmas again. Oh, Merry Christmas. You know what they say. Christmas in July. Celebration of the brand new Fred Fazbear's Pizzeria. Yes, it's just like, it's like, oh, this is a market fair. Under the subcontext that it is like a celebration of theater and shit. But no, that's actually a subtext for being a pizzeria. Freddy Fazbear's first pizzeria. Before Fredbear's Diner. Before that even existed. This is Fred Fazbear's Pizzeria. Because he's fast. Lore is wild. Exactly. We're adding to the lore. Security Breach 3 is going to focus in on this. This scenario. Like a wild bear. I would hope a wild bear is wild. Well, I wouldn't hope that the bear's at my doorstep. What if it gets in the car with me and starts driving? That would be scary. It doesn't have a license. Why would it do that? Freddy doesn't have a license. He should. Let's let Freddy Fazbear drive a car. Let him be an Uber driver. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Have you lost your minds? Yes, I have, resident. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Did you forget about the Duke's ban on celebrations? Also, Christmas is banned too? Not at all. Relax, friend. There's no celebration here. Only a market fair. The vendor slyly winkles. Slyly winked at the nervous citizen. In this, no alcohol here. Only fermented elderberry syrup, freshly brought from an arcanist. Yeah, fermented elderberry syrup. It's maple syrup made from the maple of the elder man. The Elder Scroll. Ah! But it sure tastes like. Oi, drop the act, mate. Haven't you been waiting for a market fair like the rest of us? You have. Don't lie to yourself. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your non-existent eyes. The citizen gazed down at the cup in his hand. Well, if it's just a market fair, that's all it is. Yeah, market fair, in quotations, celebration of theater thefts, and secret code for pizzeria. He muttered it low, as if convincing himself. Raisins. Yep, raising the cup, he gulped the smooth malted down drink. Whatever. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ew. I haven't had an elderberry malt in ages. Packs more punch than my old man beer. I'm struggling. But I like old man beer better. Remember, that's fermented elderberry syrup, mate. Drink your fill. We've got more than enough for today. Of course. Only syrup. How silly of me. Yeah, get your facts right.
What a wonderful market fare this is. All the better with some lovely fermented elderberry syrup.
Well, if you keep saying it like that, then people are gonna get suspicious. Like, oh, it's like aliens trying to blend in with humans. Like that one Game Grumps bit, or I don't remember exactly how it went, but they said things.
So many people!
I know, 2 people, so many.
I haven't seen a place so alive in ages.
Because they're all drunk. The only way to come alive is to drink alcohol. No, it's not true at all. Of course, everyone's flocking here. It's in our nature, something we can't resist, like moths to a bright flame. Hey, yo, they were lighting up the square, so it is on fire!
We invited a great many singers and actors, though for obvious reasons only a few could make it as planned.
It makes our planned performance all the more special, don't you think? Yes, I hope they play Death by Glamour. That would be very cool. Followed by Megalovania, the best soundtracks in the game. You're right, I mean...
You're right. I think the People's Troops is what everyone's most looking forward to. That's why we've arranged a performance to be our grand finale.
Yo, it's cool. It's better than being the halftime show, because that's probably gonna fail. That's when the Duke is likely to show up. Duke comes around at 11 p.m., but then goes to bed at 12 a.m. And so, if the grand finale is after 12 a.m., then we will be safe.
It should be a most spectacular show.
A jolly good show! A wooden stage covers the tents. No, it doesn't cover the tents. That would be horrible architectural skills. A wooden stage covered with tents stood at the square center, poised to becoming the highlight of the unspoken festival.
You mean we're the last performance?
Did you want to go first and get it over with so you could leave town?
If I'm not mistaken, our play would be...
What?
My amen to it.
Whatever you say in there, I can't understand you. I need subtitles. Yes, you'll play an important role in it. Have they not rehearsed it?
No, I absolutely can't do it. This is far too rash a decision. I'm sure I'll muck it up.
It's my favorite Pokemon! Not really, but it's a Pokemon! I love Muck. He's got 3 fingers and he's gloopy and purple. The shiny one is green. It was a collective decision, my dear Troop Master. And we have full faith in your abilities. My god, that was the loudest old man noise I think I've ever made. I hope that picked up. You're from the King's Troop, aren't you? Here for the market fair, too. I'm going to die in approximately 12 minutes, so you better make the performance count.
Oh, are you talking to us?
Of course, young lady. I've seen the King's Troop perform, and I recognize a fair few of the faces among you. Among Us joke insert here. Well, whether you were for the king or the minister once, those titles were long have been lost. With all the festivals and theater prohibited, soon your troupe may disappear altogether. Like me, I'm gonna die. Festivals and theater! I always thought they were an untouchable part of our lives, but now they've become unspeakable sins. Why? What have they got against performing? It's just like in Genshin when the academia's like, we're gonna ban all public performances, affect the arts, only science and reading matter. No matter how I try to reason with myself, I just can't understand why.
Oh.
A tyrant's sin is born of unearned glory. To keep the power and fame, he will abandon all conscience. Conscience! I don't know what that meant. Why did they say like that? Our existence is a mockery of the tyrant. Oh, is that why?
Oh my, oh my.
You sound robotic. Not that I'm complaining. And a tyrant cannot endure mockery. Well, the tyrant needs to take a joke. Read a book. Mr. Fool, you can't speak like that here. You'll die. You'll get shot from every direction. There's a sniper in that tower in the back. I watched your performance back when you were known as the King's Troop. I saw actors dressed in splendid costumes lined on either side. Then the protagonist entered, greeted with thunderous applause. Isn't that the name of it's not a light cone. What is it? The book? The weapon? Whatever. You know what I mean. Oh, goodness, that was an outstanding play. Something I'll never forget. That theater, props, costumes, scenery, everything was so magnificent. Thank you for your praise. I'm sorry to say I wasn't part of the troupe at the time. Yes, you joining caused the troupe's publicity to decline. Nobody likes you anymore. What a pity. Those were beautiful times. So different from now. We're in our ugly era. I haven't shaved my beard in 5 years.
I understand how you must feel. The more darker the night, the more we yearn for the daylight long past. I fear we might have never witnessed such a scene again.
Unless we overthrow the Duke. Let's throw him off a cliff. Oh, you're right. Bringing it up only adds to the regret. The King's Troop has disbanded. The old theaters will be demolished, and soon all these splendid plays will be forgotten, with none left to remember their brilliant performances. That makes it sound like the Duke's just gonna execute anyone who knows about a play. It's like, you've heard of Romeo and Juliet, die! But then they'll know about it, so then they'll have to... they'll also have to die. But that's not true. They will live on through generations in writing and in memories. Unless the Duke executes everyone with memories. They won't vanish. Not as long as people have hope in their hearts. No, they won't disappear. Whether it's dazzling costumes and crude rags, whether in crowded theaters or in the dark of the woods. That's very poetic. As long as people have hope, they'll hold true to their heart's desires. Hope? Hopes and dreams! That's hopes and dreams. Hope will prevail against despair. Anyway, so we'll deliver a performance just as outstanding as those in the past. No more. I'm pointing at you. I vow to you that we'll deliver a performance that surpasses all expectations. Ah! Well said.
My amen to it.
I vouch for this with all the skill and artistry I've left to give. I see now. Do I? I don't have eyes. The theater isn't about splendid costumes, but each actor's performance, the heart they bring to their role, a simple truth long forgotten. I underestimated your determination. Knowing one day that you will perform on a grand stage fills you with determination. I look forward to your performance tonight, young lady. The old man's eyes sparkled as if a star was reborn in his eyes, and he smiled as he left the square. He left his singular Minecraft chunk. And now he fell into an obsidian portal. Now he's in the netherworld. A splendid monologue, Master Troop Charlie.
What have I said?
What was I even saying? You said hope, and then, hopes and dreams, and then determination. Blah. What you trying to say?
Blah, I'm so embarrassed.
You shouldn't be. I'm sure of it now. Your troop's performance will win over everyone. As the master of the ceremonies, I should apologize for putting you in the limelight, but I couldn't perform. I'm not an actor, or am I?
It is plain to see everyone had high hopes for us, Troop Master Charlie.
Why, the pressure, it's too much. My stomach is turning.
Me every time I do anything. And yet the show must go on, my dear Troop Master. As performers, it is our sacred mission to channel the audience's enthusiasm into our very best performance.
Make all the claims you like, but if we mess up, we're done for.
Well, even if you don't mess up, the Duke is gonna nuke the stage. I don't know. Were nukes invented back then? I don't think so. This is Shakespearean times, I guess. When was the Shakespeare era? The 1400s? I don't know. Maybe 1300s. When was not shape, Shakespeare. Okay, Shakespeare was born April 1564. What day, though? We don't know. The exact date of his birth is not recorded, but it is most often celebrated around the world on the 23rd of April. No, we missed it! Shit! Rip, I'm sorry, Shakespeare. Why has he got a huge 5 head in this picture? I shouldn't judge him. Anyway, enough Shakespeare lore. So this is like 14th century, I guess.
Oh.
There's no need to panic. We will step onto the stage and let our performance bring smiles or tears to the people. Shakespeare! When you grab a sphere and it's the globe and then you shake it and then Shakespeare's head comes out of it. And then he says, "Hey, can you stop shaking my spear?" And then he dissolves because it was actually a figment of your imagination. I am crazy. It is, honestly, as well as my brain just not working today, it is also really hot in here, so I think that's negatively infecting my circuitry. But it's fine. We're here to slaughter our words and read badly. That's my brand. I'm literally the only person who's willing to watch you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Probably suffering along with myself. It's our calling, an unspoken bond between performers and audience. And only because it's 3 a.m. Well, it's only 7:41 here for me, so it's pretty early in the evening. But hey, I'll be awake at 3 a.m. my time as well. I can't sleep! Mr. Jeffrey, oh, it's TFT soldier number 39. Oh, don't you breathe at me, Bench. A breathless soldier hurries to Jeffrey's side.
Mr. Jeffrey, it's all gone wrong.
Oh.
What's wrong, soldier? Take heart. The festival is starting soon.
Yeah, it's the Duke's cavalry.
The horses are in town and they're gonna clomp up the stage. They're gonna ruin everything.
And the Duke's cavalry are approaching.
What?
I was watching something with somebody, and then a horse and carriage buggy just like burst through the wall, and they were zombies. What was I watching? I don't know why that led me to there. Was it Black Butler? I think we were watching Black Butler. There were zombie horses. Spoilers. Anyway, the golden hair and the... Sarussa? What's the Sarussa? The Sarussi? Who's got golden hair? Golden Freddy has golden hair. and his Sarusi is huge. Sure. Go, yeah, I read that already. We're still standing in the same spot. We haven't moved an inch. The cavalry's coming. The Duke is dropping nukes. This is what? I don't know. I don't know what a Carusa is. Looking it up. Sarusa. Uncertain, but perhaps from Syrah, wax plus Isa. Is. Wax Isa? The Sarusa Luxury Vinyl is a new robust collection that reflects the technique of accentuating the grain to capture the detail and character of a natural something. It cuts off there. Or a carusite, which is a mineral consisting of lead carbonate, PbCO3 if you wanted the chemical formula, and is important ore of lead. Its name is from the Latin carusa, white lead, so we're dealing with ore. Golden hair and ore, essentially. I didn't read what Jeffrey said.
Oh, this can't be happening. The festival's supposed to be a secret.
Well, y'all were talking so loudly about market fair. Well, gonna catch on. It's true. Our reports say that the cavalry will be here soon. Oh no!
Could someone have betrayed us to the Duke?
Yes. If it's for a moolah, get that raise, Duke be like, hey, are there any betrayers in my squadron? And man 2 be like, yeah. Don't give me money.
Alas.
Gah, the pathetic Cometho is always taking the wind from our sails. What's a Comaethro? Is that a song? Now I gotta look up Comaethro. We're getting all these ancient Latin Shakespearean terms. Comaethro. In Greek mythology, Comaethro is the name that may refer to Comotho, a nymph of a spring who incessantly mingles her waters with those of the river god Sindus. Spring? Spring trap? William Afton? Incident? I mean, coincidence? I think not. So essentially, William Afton is taking our sails. That's what I gathered. Well, what do we do now? We leave town and pretend none of this ever happened. That must be the Duke's cavalry. Oh no! It's time to run. Mr. Fool, we have to get out of here. Run into the abandoned pizzeria complex that's behind you. Taking a deep breath, Jeffrey regains his composure. What are you gonna do, Jeffrey? Challenge the Duke? Take over his duties? Become a god?
Quick, inform the mayor and have him stall the cavalry.
What's the mayor gonna do?
Let's proceed as planned. Wrap up the festival early. Performers, use the secret passage as we've prepared for your escape.
At least they're thorough. And held the festival in a place where they have access to said hidden passages. Yes, sir.
As I've said, Troopmaster Charlie, you best leave now. I'm truly sorry about this. None of us wanted to put your troop at risk. But if those knights catch wind of you, nothing good will come of it.
Well, true, but we should just, cancel it in general. It's not safe. We should hold it another time. Wait for him to leave and then throw a party. I understand. Mr. Fool, we've got to get everyone out now. Or else they'll be right on our tails. We don't have tails, only the horses do. Too true, Troop Master. Oh, that was a terrible wording of my sentence structure. Oh, why did you do that? Why? Just why? And if they chase us down, they'll strangle us and hoist our bodies on flagpoles. Well, thank you for that visual. I don't think we needed that right now.
Oh!
At that time, the crows will feast on our flesh like a most profane ritual. You're quoting something. Is that from Edgar Allan Poe? Was he in the Shakespearean time? When are all these old men born?
Alas.
Alas, alack, a terrifying outcome. We must take our exit as soon as possible. Alright, let's go. Hurry! That doesn't look like a secret passage. That looks like the middle of the woods. With the performances scheduled, debut closing in, the troupe rest is where the rest of the troupe were busy with the final preparations. Oh my god, your hair. That's a wig. That's a wig if I've ever seen one. Nobody has that M arch. And if you do, you're also wearing a wig. No questions asked.
Troop Master. Mr. Fool, why are you back so soon?
Everyone!
Clueless about what is about to unfold, their fellow performers were still basking in the festival atmosphere, slow to react. Oh no, they're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna get strangled. Oh, nice. Okay, nice hat. Nice hat. Nice stash. Nice beard. I can appreciate that guy. I'm pointing at him like you can see my arm. You can't. But pretend I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Come to check on us. Everything's set for the show. All that's left was waiting for you. They have the same voice now, because they're just troop men. Costumes were unpacked and prepared, and makeup already painted on their faces. Uh-oh, you better take that off. Wash it away in the river. The Duke is coming. The horses can smell the chemicals inside that foundation.
Oh my, oh my.
Oh my, what a cheerful sight. Don't encourage them! Wait, how many streams have I done in the entirety of my career? Like, I don't know, maybe 200? I don't know the exact number. But definitely over 150. Of course, our actors should be excited about hitting the stage. It's a shame they haven't realized yet that fate has come a muddy palm. To smear them their foam. To smear them their whatever. Damn, that's the grind. Good shit. Yeah. I'll continue until the end of time. Or if I perish before the end of time. What if the earth explodes tomorrow? What if this is the last stream? That would be really bad, because I at least need to get Skrullum in Star Rail. Would be funny, I think. Me struggling to read in my hot ass room with my brain broken. But we're having fun, nevertheless. And I can't read that sentence. I cannot understand what the fool is trying to say. To smear them their careful preparations. I cannot process. We're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow. So maybe that will blow up the entire Earth. Or universe. Or the entire galaxy. The thunderstorms merge and create a black hole that sucks in every single planet in the galaxy, in the entire universe. All planets, not from our solar system, but solar systems from 30 years ago get sucked in, and then time stops. FNAF lore! Yeah, that's the plot of Security Breach 4. I mean, there was a Freddy in Space game. And then they put that into FNAF World. It's like the Halloween update or something. So it's not too far off. Don't look at me, Charlie, please.
Everyone, I have an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Fucked my wife. Sorry. I wish I knew Eggman's announcement out like the back of my head, but I don't. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. But her soft voice was quickly drawn out by chatting people, bitches. I'm telling you, this script will blow the audience away. You don't know the lore of what's happening. You're gonna get your butt kicked by a bunch of horses. They're gonna wield centauras. No, I'm combining centaur and katana. Yeah. Yep. Too bad the stage is set up basic. It's basic. Don't be too picky. In these times, just getting to perform is a blessing. We've got to make do with what we have. I'm not being picky. It's just I've been up all night imagining our performance. I can tell your powder is barely covered up those dark circles. Let me apply more. We can have more. We can't have the audience notice. The burst of powder rising in the air as the new makeup was applied, causing a shimmer of candlelight. In the candlelight, Charlie had to swallow back what she was about to say. No, talk over them! They're being rude! They don't know that their lives are in danger! The hash-slinging slasher's coming to strangle them! So much hesitation. Troop Master Charlie. Is that stage fright? Fazbear frights! I rest my case. I don't know what my case is. Put it together. It's all in my briefcase. It's got 2 locks on it and you'll never know what's inside. A peculiar smile slips through his mask. Was it like projects through his face onto his other face? It carried a hint of mockery and sarcasm. Emotions the fool had rarely laid on her. I sounded so unsure at the end of that sentence. I can barely keep up. To be continued! Beep. The King in the Labyrinth. I think you mean the King of Five Nights at Freddy's. This is Markiplier's time to shine. That NPC with the M haircut. That's Markiplier. You just didn't know it. You didn't know he was that old. From 1500s. That's also FNAF lore. Plot of Security Breach 5. Come now. If we don't tell them, there will be no escaping. I just don't get it. These things bring joy to everyone, so why does he want to take them away? 'Cause the Duke's a bitch-ass motherfucker who fucked my wife. I can't wrap my head around it. The laughter around them subsided and worried expressions began to replace the smiles on their face of the troop. All turned up. What? Oh. I misunderstood that. Like when you get turned up, like I don't know, when you get crunk, you get turned snacko. I'll turn up to Charlie if I realize something. Charlie, what happened? But as Charlie opened her mouth, not a squeak emerged. You gotta tell them. We're ready, Troop Master. But before she could speak, Jeffrey rushes in, panting heavily. Jeffrey's the leader of the troop now.
Troop Master Charlie, why aren't you all ready to go? The cavalry, they're almost upon us.
So, my dear, what's holding you back? Stage fright. Anxiety, anger, or just plain terror? Yes, all 3. The clown steps onto the stage earlier than any of the others. Behind the comical mask lies a heart stronger than any other. It's got strong muscles. Because a heart's a muscle, not physicality, arm, but heart muscle. He had made his decision already.
We have to go now, Troop Master.
Why? Why does he want to take it all away?
You're having an existential crisis. The horses are clomping. The Duke is coming. The fool's on stage. Have you heard the tale of Minos? Isn't that one of the characters from Teen Titans? That one of the twins that goes fast, Moss and Minos? Yeah, I've heard their tale.
The tale of Minos?
Yes, the tale of the infamous king. Oh, the golden touch that guy? And then he touched Freddy Fazbear and he turned him gold. Lore of Golden Freddy. When the Greek prince Minos bled? What word is bled? Vied for the throne. He sought divine favor to prove himself the rightful king. Oh gods, he prayed, if you support me, grant me a white bull. Oh, maybe it's not Gold Man. Then I will sacrifice it in your honor. This shall be our pact. They're asking gods to bring you a bull so you can sacrifice it to respect the gods. It seems like the gods are doing all the work to find you a rightful bull to sacrifice. The gods answered, granting him a white bull. Was it painted white? But greed led Minos to deceive them. He sacrificed a different bull, claiming the white one for himself. Damn. Rude. Keep your promise, bitch.
What's this have to do with the horses that are coming right now?
I don't know, they're in the distance, I can see them! They're not actually there. But though Minos had kept the white bull, he soon lost what he sought most. No longer was he a king recognized by all. The term tyrant suited him better. And theater makes a mockery of him and his white bull.
Tyrant.
Those who play the role of a tyrant should understand better than anyone the nature of him. A tyrant is a monster, a towering creature. How tall? How tall does he tower over us? Is he 6'9"?
Unbound to his duty, stopped by in his wrath.
A tyrant scorned us all, seeking only power. But for making mockery of tyrants, then the Duke is not a tyrant unless he is a tyrant, and then he would be offended. Is the Duke a tyrant?
He is greedy, hungry to devour everything in sight.
Okay, it's not the gold. Who's the gold man then? Not Goldfinger, that's James Bond. Gold man. Touch. Golden touch man. The man with the golden touch. That's somebody different. Somebody from the Hungarian novel Mordjokai. I butchered that pronunciation. King Midas, not Minos. No time to be reading lore about him. Then, the once terrified populace will rise, and a new king will lead them. I'm the king. I want to be the king. So, have you made your choice? Run or stand? Live in fear or laugh in the face of death? I like laughing in the face of death. That sounds funny. Running is tiring.
Run or stand?
Hold on, Mr. Furl, do you mean?
We're gonna battle the Duke right here, right now. May have horses, well, we have makeup and costumes. They'll never be able to tell who is who.
No, that's too risky.
I think it's a great idea.
Whoa!
Why'd he sound like Scooby-Doo there when he laughed? Woo! Wee. I can't do a good Scooby impression. Just turns into Reiki. And then I sound like I'm inhaling oxygen. It seems you've made up your mind, Troop Master Charlie.
You're right, Mr. Fool. I have. I'm pointing now. I do not know what day the tyrant will fall, but until then, it's our duty to resist. It's our show ready.
We're gonna perform for the horses! All the players wait for your cue, Troop Master. The fool bowed his head, acknowledging her command. Charlie closed her eyes, reopening them with the phoenix heart, ready to begin. With a phoenix heart. Reopening them with a phoenix heart. I guess that's the determination in her eyes. Or in part 7 of JoJo's, that was it, the look of death, the death stare. That's not the death stare. When intent to kill. I think that's it. And then they got little flames in their eyes.
Get ready for the show.
Let the show go on.
Troopmaster Charlie, don't be reckless.
No, we're not being reckless. We're doing what's right. We're standing up for the theater.
The rest of the citizens at the festival are under the mayor's protection, and this cavalry has no right to harm them.
Not yet. And we're gonna give the Duke a reason to harm the citizens.
But your troop are outlaws. You are authorized to kill you on sight.
Well, they can cope. They will see the true magic of the performance arts and change their minds, and then kill the Duke instead, and take the horses for themselves. We'll start a farm, a nice ranch, where we raise horses and breed them to be runners in the Olympics. The Horse Olympics of 1600 will commence shortly. This is far from recklessness. We have a set plan. Troop Master Charlie made her decision long ago. She only needed a gentle nudging from the fool. You are the fool.
There's no need to fear. Even if the tyrant brings death, we will not stay idle in our graves. We'll rise. Just like William Afton, we always come back. Should death kiss us lightly on the cheek, or our struggle will be our epitaph.
Whatever an epitaph is.
But before that,
we'll mock the tyrant as he deserves.
yeah, we're ready, Troop Master. The stage is set, and the players have their mark. Applier. We'll be running for so long. Doesn't mean we'll be running forever.
Yes! We fill them with hope!
Looking upon this grand finale, where would the excitement be to flee? Marvelous! Give your best performance and let the audience witness our struggle with their
raucous applause. I guess that means loud. Their thunderous applause. Just like how it's gonna be thundering tomorrow and throughout the next few days. We fled from battlefields, gallows, places, dungeons, and we could keep fleeing. They're good at running. They're also training for the Horse Olympics. Though the only horse here is Darley Clatter, but he's not here right now. He's in a suitcase.
Absolute.
But we performers owe our audience a masterful performance, no matter the circumstances. That is our promise to them.
We shall be Theseus, not Minos who tramples on his promises. Mr. Fool, ring the bells to announce the start of our show to the audience. And of course, don't forget to invite our special guests.
Like climbs up in the tree, starts yelling at them, "Hey, over here, come watch our forbidden performance." And then they'll come clambering through the forest. But then there's so many cattle slaves, the cavalry, that they can't all fit through, and there won't be enough seats, and then they'll have to stand, and then that's the true meaning of life. They're standing. Flee or stand. We're standing. Everyone gets to stand. There's no more chairs. The silent cowbell. Why is the bell silent? You and I both know that the bell signals the start of the show.
Oh, let the show begin!
Do we actually get to see their play? That wood is still on fire.
Hurry, don't let them slip away.
The swift squad of the knights races through the streets, their torches illuminating the night.
Stay indoors, everyone. Not one step out. This time we will catch them.
No, you won't. You're not. You're gonna see what a true theater is. Theater. The clash of metal armor, loud commands echo through the streets. Your market fair is ruined, but not for long. The town square, the heart of the city, was in disarray, with no one to be seen. Until the distant bells chimed. As a declarating or beckoning. Come on, come on! Yeah, sure, it's a carnival. Oh wait, it's the clown. Oh, it's the fool. He's the one yelling at them. At the far end of the street, the clown with exaggerated makeup appeared, clutching a torch. I'm gonna burn down your town if you don't come watch our performance. Congratulations, you've captured us poor souls who suffered so unjustly.
You're just that outlaw from the wanted posters.
Wanted? You want to see us? Well, yes, come to the woods.
Interesting.
What a laugh. Who gives meaning to those useless scraps of paper? Only assholes. Got 'em.
They are the Duke's command. No one dares disobey.
Yeah.
And who gave him the power to give these commands?
A performer in elegant attire emerged on the opposite side of the street. Cooley? Does Cooley have two L's? That don't look like a word. Or is... No, 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 I don't want images or videos, no. I guess it is, it's an adverb. In a way that lacks friendliness or enthusiasm. Okay, so it's not like cold. It's not coolly observing them with like sunglasses and be like, I don't look at explosions, bitch. This is, I'm looking at you with a lack of friendliness.
What nonsense are you spouting?
Why? It is the people. They gave him that power.
Huh.
But then he violated their trust, and he lost the power they gave him. He kept that white bull, and now he's a bitch. The tyrants quake as it's happening. Just as King John feared Arthur, Claudius feared Hamlet, and Macbeth feared Malcolm. Malcolm in the middle? The usurper fears the true wielder of his power. The usurper? Fear the quiver before the true power. He fears us, fears the truth holders above that power.
Enough, stop this deceitful talk. Seize them all.
No. But first, let us savor our final act. The bells be tolling! One more! The distant bells rang out! That is your cue, Mr. Fool! As you wish. What was that sound? It looked like he just sat on the floor. He raised his torch and flung it aside! Are you actually burning down the buildings? Flames swiftly spread from the torch to the buildings lining both sides of the street. This is not what I thought that a theater performance would be. Just committing arson. Yo! The fire escalated rapidly, transforming the streets into an impassable wall of flames.
What are you doing? Have you all lost your minds?
No, you have. Only a sane person would set fire to a kingdom detrimated by a tyrant.
You're quick on my mark. Turn back and retreat.
Bro, the crime's already been committed.
Captain, the way is blocked. We're all gonna burn to death.
The cavalry captain turned in shock. He cannot believe that he's about to die in the burning rings of fire. Just like at the end of Pizzeria Simulator when everyone burns in the building. Suddenly a loud crowd gathers around Charlie. Silent and unmoving, they stood like an impenetrable wall.
You thugs, did I not warn you? This is the final act, but not ours. Yours. We're going to kill you.
This is not where I was expecting it to go. I thought they were just gonna perform a nice play, and then the town would have a change of heart. No, you're just killing them all.
Savor your last gasp of fear, for on its tail quickly comes the anger of the people. Captain, there's nobody on the other side of the street. We can break through there. Wait, are they forcing us to break through ahead?
Yes.
These blasted troublemakers!
I know, they're so troublesome.
I see it now!
I see it now. Wrong guy. They fear the Duke's might.
Yeah, no.
They wouldn't dare kill us. They fear the Duke's retaliation. So they're forcing us out through another gate. The Baldur's Gate.
This is the plot of Baldur's Gate 1. Burn down the Duke's army.
What a despicable lot daring to turn against their betters!
The only thing better here is us. We're better than you, so we're burning you.
Captain, if we don't run now, it'll be too late.
Oh, now they're the ones cornered. You thought that we were the ones cornered yeah. As the fear heightened in the cavalry leader seemed to remember something. The story of Minos.
No, I won't fall for this!
But you will fall into the fire. A confident smile spread across his face. He's wide like the Joker.
Hi, your performance was compelling. It almost fooled me.
Uh-huh.
But alas, Arcanist, your act lacked a certain spark.
Oh, the spark's gonna come at midnight when we electrocute you.
What are you blabbing on about, you up-jump stable boy?
Wow, really got him with that. Up-jumped stable boy.
I've heard you and your arcane illusions. This is all your trick, isn't it?
Yeah, why don't you go put your hand in the fire? Just like that one scene from Bungo Stray Dogs when that guy thought that he was inside his own mind, and then he hung himself, and then he actually wasn't inside his mind, and he died.
An interesting conclusion.
Ah, these flames, this crowd, they're mere illusions you created.
Only one way to find out, brother.
You're just making a bustling show of bravado, but you're nothing more than fools.
No, the fool is the fool. I'm not the fool. I got a hat. Despite delivering the pinnacle performance, Charlie's expression momentarily wavers. No. The cavalryman revealed a smug grin, convinced he spotted his adversary's weakness. But that was planned. Charlie's an actor. So those facial movements are controlled, deliberate. And this man's fallen for it.
Foolish.
See for yourself whether it's real or an illusion.
Still want to play this
Braggadocio? Braggadocio? Sure.
Hey, get her! You dare to resist the Duke's power with cheap illusions?
Yeah, it won't be cheap when your hospital bill is through the roof, bitch.
Honestly, your cavalry...
Why did... Yeah, Charlie's cavalry are laughable at my sorcery. No, I read cavalry, shoved it in where actions were. Honestly,
Your actions are as laughable as your sorcery.
I'm the one laughing.
Get her, take her away.
No! We'll take you away to hell. Suddenly the bell chimed again, but this time they sounded unusually long, ringing out in a different tune. They put it in C minor. The echoes of the bells faded, replaced by different sound. Fart reverbs and metal pipe. The sound of footsteps! Even worse! A vast thunder of steps approached in all directions, and soon flickering torchlights dotted every alley of the street. With this new crowd converged behind Charlie. Is this supposed to happen? Are the townspeople gonna torch us? No, Jeffrey! Jeffrey's coming to help us!
Stop. I am Jeffrey from City Council.
Yeah, you're so intimidating with the voice I gave you. Sorry, Jeffrey.
Your actions are hereby condemned by the council. On behalf of the City Council of Autonoma, we order you to leave now.
Are you telling us to leave? Actually, thank you, Jeffrey. We have a stand.
What's this?
City Council, do you even know who we are?
Wait, are you telling the cavalry to leave or us to leave? Nothing more than henchmen of a tyrant. Get out! Okay, they're telling the cavalry to leave.
You are not welcome here. Leave now.
As the furious crowd gathers behind Charlie, the flames on both sides of the street roared higher. The fire can smell the anger of the townspeople and is growing to extreme heights. It's like a forest fire. The temperature rose, and beads of sweat formed on the henchmen's foreheads. They are sweaty. Go be sweaty somewhere else. This is not a town for sweaty people.
Captain, this don't look like an illusion anymore. I've never heard of any arcanist creating something like this.
It's all an illusion, you cowards. Here, let me show you. Ah!
And then he burns, and he's just a raisin on the floor. The captain of the cavalry gritted his teeth and charged into the burning flames. You dummy.
Damn it, it's scorching. It's real fire.
Yeah, it's used with fire magic. Just like the stovetop was cleaned with fire magic.
Huh.
Indeed, and it burns with the people's rage. And should you trample on the people, and then they'll reclaim their power. That which rightfully belongs to them. I had to read my script. Respect is just ruler, but every resist has a tyrant. This is reckoned of the people. Still think these angry crowds are just an illusion?
You dare!
Ew, what was that? It sounded like it broke off of his arm. The cavalryman's words were cut off by a riot egg thrown from the crowd. Oh, it's a food fight now, boys! Though it bounced harmlessly from his heavy armor, the humiliation pierced him deeper than any bolt or arrow. Damn, wounded his pride. He deserved it. He's an ass.
Still think this is just a trick? Those eggs are actually bombs! Grenades! You have 3 seconds to get away from it before your feet get blown to smithereens!
The bells! Bells, bells, bells. The bells of Notre Dame. The bells rang louder and more prevalent. Yeah, they sounded like they were arguing. Yeah, the bells are arguing. Like, I'm gonna ring louder than you. No, I will. I'm the loudest bell in the bunch. They sounded like they're urging the final judgment. Judgment is upon us, just like in the Sands hallway where he judges you. And the bell, do the bells ring there? I don't remember if the bells ring there, but Sands judges you. Sands is gonna come up and judge these cavalry. The captain's spirit finally crumbled.
Madmen! A bunch of madmen!
No, just get out of town. Get out of town.
How dare you rabble defy the dukes!
His muttered words were consumed by the crowd's combination.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Leave now while you still can. Or face the fury of the people. They'll beat the shit out of you.
She raised a hand, and the crowd parted, creating a path behind her.
Damn it! Let's go! Let's go! Retreat! Retreat!
Get out of here, you ugly man! The soldiers meekly sheathed their weapons and retreated towards the city gate. That's it! Don't show your faces here again! Ha 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 ha! Laughter erupted among the crowd. Their solidarity. The soldiers' arrogance had given way to dejection in the stark contrast of their previous bravado. Their bravado was more like an avocado, soft and mushy and irrelevant, doesn't taste good, green and slimy. And then the city burned. Okay, I guess they didn't burn down the buildings. It just lined it, created a barrier so that the cavalry couldn't get through. No buildings were harmed in the making of this story. The beauty of theatrics! This is the end of one drama in the beginning of another. Yeah, let's write a play about this. So now that we've taken over the city, we're unbanning theater performances. You can perform art as long as it's not I don't know. I got distracted by the ambiance in the back. Well, we got the crown, saved the town, and Mr. Krabs. The cavalry left the town dejected and broken. Their egos shattered, their hearts been ripped out, their kidneys sold on the black market. As the gates closed, the bells chimed once more. But this time, its toll was slow and drawn out. They're gone? Yeah, your plan worked. Also, your neck is like really, really red. Are you sunburnt under there, perhaps? Just on your neck. I know it's an easy spot to miss. Charlie staggered back as if drained of all her strength. She gasped violently, filling her lungs with air. Yeah, you were standing really close to the fire, I guess. So breathing in all that smoke is not good for your lungs. They really left. You did it! Be proud of yourself! Can we get a round of applause for Charlie? Yay! Most saddest applause ever. As she tried to compose herself, the people around her and the burning buildings lining the streets begin to sway. Okay, maybe we did light the buildings on fire. They'll have to rebuild their town. Finally, the whole scene shattered like a popped bubble, revealing the true appearance of the street. Oh, so it's fine. The festive bonfire continued to blaze in the square, its flames turning the surroundings as bright as day. And it's still kind of dark out. The clouds are really gray. But only a small portion of the crowd had vanished. Most people remained behind her. They're just standing there. Can we celebrate now? Yes, it wasn't an illusion, but rather they had been all or almost all too real. After a few moments of silence, the cheer erupted from the crowd. We did it! I can't believe it! We actually drove them away! By committing arson! That's a crime!
Hurrah!
Absolute!
A flawless performance, Troopmaster Charlie. A flawless performance. A haunting performance of unprecedented magnitude. These are big words you're pulling out! Let's not talk about it anymore. Oh, I was so scared. Just thinking about what happened. I can't stop shaking. Well, you better stop shaking and get on the stage. You're the final act.
You did it. You really scared off the Duke's men.
Yeah, but what about the Duke himself? He's got no men, but I guess we'll just overthrow him. He's not that scary, I guess. No, I didn't do anything at all. I might have put everyone at risk. If it weren't for all of you, my poor tricks would have been exposed. There's no need to be modest. You gave us the courage to resist. We came together because of your call. I love that she's like confident, but then not. It's like flip-flopping. Must be a Gemini.
This is an outright victory, Troop Master Charlie. You gave them a taste of their own medicine and taught them a lesson for all of us.
Really? Yes, really. Believe in yourself more, because you have the confidence to be tough and stand your ground. Mr. Jeffrey was right. These knights will never reveal what happened today. Especially the one that got an egg thrown at him. He'll never admit to the Duke, they threw an egg at me. And it made me sad. And it broke my ego. The tyrants and lackeys rely on lies and fear to maintain power. Fearing people might discover how weak he truly is.
Their actions are driven by self-interest. They won't speak of this. It would never serve their purpose.
Well, then they suck. That's amazing. We really did it. But the Troop Master Charlie, I must remind you of something. Though emotions will run high for now, please don't forget there's another act still to come. The final act! The final act after the final act of the theater, the celebration, the market fair hidden by the... No. It's the pizzeria, hidden by the pretense of a celebration, hidden by a pretense of a market fair. Something greater still. Yeah. Ow! Our earlier performance was but a dress rehearsal. What comes next is the real show, the most crucial of our performances. Now I must set fire to the Duke's house.
Oh.
To engage the eager crowd had already gathered. Step onto the stage and answer their call. The bells be tolling. Yep, the audience converges onto the square from all directions. One singular square, everyone's gonna fit on it. Their faces filled with anticipation for a performance befitting the festival. Yeah! Take the stage! Yes, you're right, Mr. Fool. Now begins the most important part of the show. Looking at this cool CG, I'm gonna turn myself off for a second to bask in the glory. Wow! Now we see all the details of the garden behind. Or maybe that's trees, I don't know. She took a deep breath, her expression turning serious. It was the same look she always wore when she stepped onto the stage. Let's get started, Mr. Fool. May we echo the promise we made to our audience and let them know that the theater we cherish won't end here. Because the joy of theater can have a lasting impact. It can overcome hardship, defeat fear, and even conquer the greed of Minos. Yes, even if it's an illusion, what people experience is far from something meaningless bubble. It's far from some meaningless bubble. Oh, they're gonna perform now. Do we actually get to see it? Don't tell me that's the end. Oh, hello, fool. Oh, it's that performance. That is where our little story ends. I wonder, Miss Virgin, was the story to your satisfaction? Oh, so you were telling a story of the past. You see, that is the true meaning of theater. Burning down buildings and scaring people away from their town. Whether real or illusionary, people will find in the performance an inspiration to resonate with. Were you wondering about which play the troupe was performing? Yeah, I questioned at the beginning. I thought you were gonna perform music, but no, it's a play. It's a performing troupe. If you ask me, it's still a little too early for Christmas. Is that supposed to mean you're gonna play a play of the Ghost of Christmas Past, Scrooge Man story? But for a story like this, and ending it with a little comedy seemed quite fitting. So it's a comedic Christmas play. Shrew Man Duck. That's the comedic relief of the play. I'm curious, what do you think? I obviously think it's Scrooge McDuck, Money Man. He hates children and Christmas.
Oh.
Oh, there's no need to answer. I believe deep down you already know. No, I don't. I'm searching up Christmas comedy play. Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, A Tuna Christmas? What the fuck are these? It's just called Scrooge by Leslie Brisgus. Sherlock Holmes in the Case of the Christmas Goose? No, I don't think that's what the fool's recognizing. It's probably the Scrooge movie. Or the play. Movies don't exist. But all this remaining the same. I hope you enjoyed the story. I did. Thank you for showing your face, and you have a nice hat. The end? The end. I got an achievement because I finally did Charlie's Story quiz. Yippee! Now we move on to the next one. I like that one. Now, out of the two I've played thus far, I like Oliver Fogg's a little bit better, but this one was good. It was a nice story about overcoming fear and committing arson. That's still more of the story. Oh, what'd I get? I got a salted mandrake. I can't wait to put that in my soup. Okay, now we can go to DK's. I have 7 days and 9 hours to do it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, what are you writing? Is that a Shakespearean play? You're writing some spells? Light of flakes. Flakes of light. We're in a stained glass area, maybe a cathedral. There's a scroll. You've got a sense of justice. I don't know what that is. It looks like a cupcake that's made out of porcelain. Let's go! She thrusts forward, dazzling and direct. Interesting synopsis. What are we thrusting forward? Our pens? The long night singing its dirges. I can't wait to dirge. It's like Morb, but we're dirging. This looks like a church. We got some pews, got some chandeliers, we got some Jesus up here. With the monastery, a crowd eagerly gathers on both sides of the wide open court gate yard. Off to a great start. At the forefront, there stood a man, shifting in place as if anticipating something. Anticipating something? Michael! Michael Da Vinci? Michelangelo the Ninja Turtle? Michael Afton? I can't think of any more Michaels. Yeah. As if catching a sight of something, he coughed into his throat and walked forward to greet the new arrival. That's disgusting. Why would you cough inside your own throat? That's gonna give you strep throat and gingivitis. His demeanor shifted quickly onto something more flattering. What?
Oh.
Lady DK, we're sincerely delighted to have you.
The young magistrate? What's a magistrate? I'm looking it up. I don't know these fancy feckin' words. Striding through the door, waving her hand brusquely, as if to cut the welcome short. Magistrate. Not the office! Not near me. No definition. A magistrate is an officer who acts as a judge in law courts, which deals with minor crimes and disputes. I see. So, like a judge. that deals with minor things. Probably like arson. You know why I've come. Your pleasantries won't impact my assessment of the work here. So save your proclamations of piety and duty for your flock. My flock. My flock! Ah! My flock. Oh, that was a sassy laugh. Full of confidence. They may be more inclined to play these tedious games with you than I. What's going on here? The man managed an awkward, pleading smile. That's what you get for coughing inside your own throat.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I'll leave now. Thank you for your suggestion.
Please.
The necessary records have already been organized. Please, follow me. DK seemed uninterested in following, her gaze wandering between the passing worshippers and the flickering candles. If we're a judge, why are we at church? Lady DK. The proud bishop raises his head, seeming quite satisfied with the lively scene inside the monastery. I read those Monajack cheese. What's that cheese called? Monterey? Monotero? As you can see, there are many who still place their trust in us. They come to pray here each day. So why is the judge here? Is this where we live? Is it like a confessional judge? She chuckled briefly. This didn't really sound like a chuckle, though. It was like a, Do you doubt the sincerity of our faith or our convictions? Yes.
Please.
I swear to you, my lady, I would never bring dishonor upon our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. The bishop raises his head, deftly gesturing in front of his chest. Rest assured, I'm not interested in your oaths either, sir.
Oh?
Tell me, where might I find a tavern around here? You're going to get crunk? You're getting drunk on the weekends? Get some sherry, get some vodka. Sipping margs with the homies. That was not what I was expecting her to say. She seems so uptight and Justice Lee. His stance shifted, and he stood his ground and spoke up.
Oh dear.
My lady, surely it would be improper to be seen drinking during work hours. Noticing nary a change in her expression, he continued cautiously. I don't think she cares.
And?
Moreover, it's the only tavern to be found. Here is the haven for vice. It is a home for only to drunkards, mud raked and covered with lice. I mean, party. Mud is fine. Get that mud bath going on. It's like when you dive face first into a pool, but then you realize it's just a big puddle of mud, and you weren't actually in a pool, and you were just so drunk you thought it was a pool. It would be unseemly for you to be seen there. She's like, yeah, and your point? Unless the bishop seemed to catch on, flashing a knowing smile.
But
If you're in the mood for some good wine, I happen to have some. You must understand me, Bishop Michael. I'm not going there to get drunk, I'm going there to gather information. There's probably a secret plot going on at this tavern that we're gonna have to investigate because we're judges and detectives now. I want only straightforward answer. You failed to detail this in your records. I stab my sword down, I'm angry! Next time I'll be on your toes, Michael! You better watch out! He smirked, laughing under his breath. Make sure you file those records correctly or else...
that's...
So, and this is a request from the court, or... It is a personal request.
I see.
I see. I also see. He finally eased up. The bishop stood tall, reclaiming his usual air of arrogance. You could say arrogance. No wonder you're becoming the youngest chief magistrate. She got onto something. Do I understand what? No, but she did, and that's all that matters. You are not worried about upsetting the others.
I heard plenty of rumors about you. The bishop feigned a look of paternal concern. Bro, you ain't her dad. Get out of here. To his dismay, he couldn't detect any hint of hesitation in the young woman. That's something they'll need to consider. No one is irreplaceable. Michael Bishop! Like that's his last name! Bishop Michael! Myself included.
Oh?
The Great Plague claimed many lives, but we did little during the catastrophe, didn't we? Uh-oh, the bubonic plague? Are we in that era? What era was that at? That's not Shakespearean times, that's like 1700s? When did bubonic plague start? 1346! That's when it started. Damn, you from 1300s, maybe? We got a lot of old people in here. It wasn't our fault. There was nothing we could do. What started it? Was it the rats? Did rats cause it? Go to Britannica.com. The Black Death pandemic, medieval Europe, 1347 through 1351, also known as Great Mortality. Yeah, it killed so many people. It took place in Europe. In fact, caused by infection with the bacterium Yersinia pestis. So pests, I guess. What is that? What is bacterium Yersinia pestis? It's classified as a gram-negative Coccobacillus. Thank you, that tells me exactly what that is. Well, it's caused by that. Could have sworn it was like caused by rats or something. Yeah, and they had to like burn the corpses because it was still like spreading. Oh well, history lesson over. Back to the story. Yet doing something is better than nothing. The daylight was blinding, yet she stubbornly raised her head into the sun, holding it above him with authority. Me when I stare into the sun because I want to see how long my eyes can handle it before they shrivel up into tiny little raisins. I don't intend to vex you, Bishop Michael. Only that I feel like the sun must spread its warmth to a few more places. Are you giving hope to the people that are suffering? Don't do that.
Oh?
Any more questions, Your Excellency? No. I'll arrange for someone to guide you. And bring me back a beer, would you? Very well. Reluctantly, we gotta bring him back a beer. May the Lord bless you. Thanks, Michael. You're a real one. So now we're going to the tavern. We're not getting crunk. That's not who we are. Song of praises. We're gonna sing a song because we're the piano man. People praise the fragrance, the crimson liquid, and everything under its protection. What kind of fragrance? What are they sniffing? What crimson liquid? Fruit punch or blood? Everything under its protection. So, something behind a shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I never finished that. I got angry at Wooloo for existing. The rowdy sounds from the tavern spilled out into the air. I love how they just zoomed in on the scene from the other quest we just did, because I recognize that stack of flour sacks being on fire. But the ruckus outside the door wasn't just drunken banter. Piffed.
Shoot.
Piff the magic dragon. George! Curse you. How much water did you sneak into this drink? 3 gallons.
Hey!
Get lost, you babbling broke fool!
Damn, what'd he do?
But he's like, don't show up at my bar drinking water. We're here to get drunk. We're here to consume alcohol. We're here to have a party, get into a bar fight. If you bring water, you're out. You're not cool. The drunkard, licking his lips as he slyly pulls out the cork, was more than pleased.
Enough!
Quit causing a scene! Bro just wants the water, man. Leave him be. You're the one causing a scene. I can feel those pitiful coins tumbling in your pocket, though they don't amount to much.
Yeah, give me another. I can pay.
Is he drunk? Is he drinking too much? And what was that sentence about water? I don't know. I'm hyperfixated on the water. Leaning casually against the dirty wall in her pristine robe, someone chimed in. 2 glasses of your best white. White wine? The innkeeper slyly masked his surprise and briskly swung the tavern door open, inviting the magistrate in. Need anything else? It's snug, sure, but we've got everything you could want. Like what? You have an arcade in that bar? No? Didn't think so. Then you don't have everything I want. And of course we offer services off the menu, like arcades. The Fazcade. The Fazcade from Security Breach? His suggestive wink went unnoticed, and the speaker had no plans to step inside. Oh! Oh, those kinds of services. Yeah, we don't want those. We don't want that. I'm looking for someone. Someone who knows their way around here. A scruffy man steps forward with swaggering confidence. Bro, he is drunk.
Hey!
No, George, no.
Me name's George. I'm the one you're after.
What, is he Irish? With an Irish pub?
Want the juicy details about noble affairs, or are you after some excitement?
I don't know how to do an Irish accent. I can't channel my inner Shrek.
Trust me, my rates are fair.
That's as close as we're gonna get. He thumped his chest with a genuine conviction. Here, these are for you.
Oh.
Oh Lord, praise be your name. To be trusted by a person of your stature, I would vow to have made a wise choice. Taking a deep breath of lingering scent of wine, he turned his head away from the innkeeper. Oh, she got him the wine. Oh, in exchange for his service, she's getting him crunk.
Hey!
Care for it as well, and remember, not a drop of water. I won't be so easily fooled. Oh, he was the one complaining that there was water in the drink because he's had too much, and bartenders trying to keep him from like puking and like not being hydrated. Okay, that makes sense now. I misread it. Damn, sounded like he got some heels on. The figures move through the streets and alleys.
Oh?
Is this the market? Yeah, the market that we performed in and burnt to the ground.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Why is Australian out? Merchants from the other town come here to buy and sell their wares. If you're willing to spend a bit, you can find all sorts of treasures. As for tall structures there, well, before it was abandoned, that was our tower. He lowered his voice and leaned in.
I heard that.
Since the Great Plague, no one has taken care of it. Everyone there stays there, says the ghouls inside. Ghouls? We're playing Phasmophobia now! We're gonna go hunt them down.
It's dangerous.
I'm gonna go back to the country accent. I can't do a feckin' Irish one. My lady, I advise you to stay away from there. DK looked around. There were few people that passed by, avoided contact. Their faces marked by strange expressions. Why are they judging? I'm allowed to be here. She traced the path of their gaze over a mound nestled in the alley beneath the tower, and a solidarity cross peek and out from the shadows.
Oh?
Is there a believer in here? It seems this is not the market, but a graveyard. Yeah, a graveyard for those cavalry's egos because we torched the shit out of them. Without waiting for a response, DK walked towards the alley. I don't know if that's a good idea. It's dark down there. As she entered under the tower's shadow, a mound became fully visible. A mound of flesh? Withered wildflowers and tangled hay lay around it, and a decaying wooden cross sticking out from above. Ants were crawling in lines over it. I don't know if you want to touch that, but she's probably going to.
Oh?
Is this grave one of the market's specialties? This, it must be new. I haven't seen it here before.
It might be.
Oh, recently there have been rumors about these ghouls. Perhaps. Suddenly, an approaching man pushes George aside, glaring harshly at him. What did George do besides talking about ghosts?
Hey!
Step back, filth! You dare taint the robes of our honored magistrate! No, Malachi, it's fine. We got him some wine. The man wheeled around on his heels, bowing in respectful gesture. Honorable magistrate, I am Malachi. Malachi, these nuts. We graced us with your presence at last. Even now, we are patiently awaiting you at the monastery. No, we're investigating things here. But why are you out here all alone, Father Malachi? What? Is he talking to himself now? Is he confused? I don't know if that was correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's a habit of mine. Are we Father Malachi? Is our last name Malachi? Is it DK Malachi? That would be a sick name. He nodded, and then feigning realization adopted his fearful expression. Oh no, I just called you my own name. Oh shit. That's my bad. This drunkard is a madman. If he says anything foolish to you, I beg you to forgive him. Or not, I don't like him very much. He gave the other man a stern look, and then his nose twitched. He can smell the alcohol emanating from his pores. Oh, you smell of Languedoc? Where did you steal such a good wine? You committed a crime, boy. No, bitch, we bought it. I have the receipts. Take a look at this.
Shoot.
Ha, I stole nothing. It was my hard-earned reward.
Shoot!
We'll deal with this later. Magistrate! Castrate this fool. He puts on a new smile to accompany his changed face. I believe you have another matter to discuss.
Oh?
Unreported deaths, is that right? Ooh, then the records are not correct because they don't have the correct number of deaths. No, my lady, you misunderstand. You see, the dead, they die, and then they come back to life and start killing all the civilians. So technically, they're still alive. Like, no, bitch, that's zombies. Of course, we were planning to report this to you, but we needed to first organize the complete records. The man spoke haltingly.
Mm-hmm.
No matter, I had no intention of combing through your tedious records. You may state your case in person. He, man? He has the power? The sound of an impatient rapping of fingers rose and fell along Lady DK's sword, echoing into Malachi's ears. You better tell her what she needs to know, or your ears will get chopped off, just like Picasso or the other guy. You have nothing to fear. Please, continue as I stare deep into your soul, brandishing my sword with a red arm on my shoulder. Nothing to fear.
Here is the case.
The deceased was a monk, Brother Chester. How can you have such a cool name like Malachi and then this monk is just Chester? Ah, it's him. Malachi shot him another glance. Is Chester the ghoul?
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I've heard some rumors. People say he's the one you've hidden away. The one who's turned into a ghoul. Called it. We gotta call in the Ghostbusters!
Shut your mouth, or would you like to forfeit your rations?
I think I don't need these rations, actually. George got too curious. The man pulled back his neck. Which man and whose neck are you pulling back? Because if you're pulling back your own neck, that blows my mind. But if you're pulling other guy's neck back so he doesn't walk forward, that's an acceptable motion.
According to our initial investigation, Chester appears to have died due to a drunken misstep.
Did he fall down the stairs? He nervously scanned the surroundings, make sure no one's looking at him.
Oh?
Father Malachi, is there something you'd rather not discuss openly? Let's go into the alley.
Several residents reported witnessing odd behavior from Brother Chester, that he had a peculiar offensive odor about him. He was so stinky he smelled like sulfur and wet diapers. Some even claimed to have seen him sneaking into the tower. And others say they saw him carrying a corpse through the town that night, convinced that he was a ghoul.
What the hell's going on in the town? Like a plot of a movie? Is there any truth to these claims? Malachi's voice dropped.
No.
Of course not, my lady. Ghouls are nothing more than superstition. Yet, heaven only knows. Perhaps he was a wizard.
So we got wizard ghouls walking through town carrying corpses into the tower. I think that's more plausible. Huh? I'd be speechless too!
The elders think so too.
Is it the Shadow Wizard Money Gang and they're selling corpses and they love casting spells? And they are actually corpses, but they're pretending to be real people. So then you assume his death comes from a spell that backfired. He leaned in, whispering in a voice only the two could hear.
My lady, it doesn't really matter what the truth is.
Well, it kinda does, don't it?
Should it be revealed that the monastery concealed a wizard, it wouldn't sit well with the townspeople.
By wizard, do you mean an arcanist? His breath ran thin, but as he advised the young woman in front of him.
And
No, the Great Plague is over. The people's trust in us has not yet been restored. Can the monastery really protect us? Can they? You must have heard such doubts.
Well, if it's caused by bacteria of pestis, then it's not something the church can handle.
Whether a wizard or ghoul, either one would profane the monastery by presence. It leaves us in a precarious position. I'm sure I need not say more.
He nodded in approval, as he were satisfied by his own words. You have your reasons.
I do.
No.
But I don't accept them. I will find out the truth, because fuck you.
What?
He stared in astonishment at the young magistrate. We're gonna get to the truth. She's full of justice. She's gotta serve the people. As of now, I'm unsure where the truth lies. What I do know is that it won't be discovered in empty words or false advice.
you should.
I should what, Malachi?
You should know, the affairs of wizards are most elusive. It will be difficult for us to gather substantial evidence.
So are wizards and arcanists different? That, father, is precisely my work. Malachi tries to suppress his anger. Why is he getting angry? He's hiding something. He's behind the disappearances. He's behind the wizard money gang. He's behind the corpses. He killed Brother Chester.
Perhaps you don't quite understand what I'm saying. The people need the comfort of reassurance, not harsh realities, my lady.
Well, sweeping this under the rug and just not explaining it's gonna cause them not to trust you in the first place.
Please.
Please, you should.
It's like, no, I've already made my decision, Father. What you should do, Father, is provide me useful information. Or I'll stab you in the toes just like I did Michael. Not stand in my way and presume to dictate my mission. Ooh, ooh. Oh, and then she killed him! Whoosh! No, of course. She wouldn't kill anybody.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, quiver in fear before her. He nodded fervently. I thank you for your assistance. The cold metal blade dropped, as if finally satisfied. Does it have a mind of its own? Is the word pluck engraved into it? You know, pluck from the JoJo's? The sword that Jonathan got. Was it Jonathan? Or was it Joseph? No, it was Jonathan. Jonathan. Confession and trauma. That sounds like a great chapter. A long-standing symptom, often appearing before every pious believer. Man, I love pie. What is going on with this wallpaper? The anxious monk scrunches his neck, his hands tightly gripping at his robe. Ahem. Help!
My lady, please spare me a blade. I am but a poor sinner. All right, I admit I fell asleep during prayer last week, but I swear to you, I never wavered in my faith.
I don't think that's what she's here for. In an act of total submission, the young monk bowed his head lower than in any prayer before, his devotion palpable. Your confessions are beneath my concern. A subtle dark smile played against her lips. Ooh, ooh, she likes seeing them squirm. But I shall pass it on to the Father for you. Escaping the judgment he had feared, the monk breathed a sigh of relief. You're in the safe zone for now. Do not be afraid. This place is too secluded and, without witnesses, not fit for a trial. I summon you to discuss other pressing matters. You may keep the affairs of your faith to yourself.
Okay.
As you wish. The lady that stood before him didn't seem as ruthless as rumored. He boldly continued.
Then, my lady, I am at your service. What do you need to know?
Did Chester live here? Blunt and straight to the point! He's gonna be like, oh, Chester! Oh my god, yeah!
Yes, though he was a recluse, we rarely spoke with him. The night watchman would spy Chester sneaking out at night. Heaven only knows to what end.
You know, carrying corpses around town, dancing with them, making them feel like they're alive again.
He was always strange.
DK leaned over the table, filling out in her mind the image of this peculiar monk. Can you give me a full-on description of what he looked like? The phantom image sat invisibly on the creaking, decrepit chair, hunched over the table, leaving behind an unmistakable oil stain. Phantom images, phantom animatronics, Phantom Freddy makes his return. And the hit new game of FNAF 59. The monk possessed a book symbolizing the Holy Scriptures. Its guidance, it's hung close to their chests as a reminder of unwavering pursuit and brilliance and purity. But she held Chester's in her hand. It was rough, stained with oil, and clearly bearing the mark of a hasty damage. Was he attacked? With oil?
Oh.
Her hand flipped through the pages, stopping as she gently pulled out a loose parchment sandwiched between them.
Did you find something?
Continue, please. Don't question what I'm doing. I'm just drawing a picture of Shrek.
As if finding a fresh source of redemption, the fearful monk blurted out another recollection.
Oh.
I once saw Brother Chester take a bottle of very expensive wine to meet with one of the elders.
An elder? A father named Malachi?
Yes.
What'd I just say? Yo!
Yes, Father Malachi.
So he's a liar. That's why he didn't want us looking into it further. He didn't want us to know his connection to Chester. That's why he could recognize the smell of that white wine. He could smell it off of George, and him knowing what that wine smells like is suspicious, and it proves that he and Chester were what's the term? Not friends. Acquainted.
I recognize a bottle of wine in Chester's hand. I'd seen it in the tavern before. The property keeps it in the higher shelf, off limits to common patrons.
Oh?
Did Father Malachi partake often?
I think so. The abbot doesn't restrict us from imbibing.
Imbibing? What's imbibing? Is that like indulging in alcohol?
So long as it's in moderation, it's perfectly acceptable.
Imbibing? I need to know what that means. Imbibing. It just means to drink alcohol. Or absorb ideas or knowledge. Or in botany terms, absorb water into ultra microscopic spaces or pores. But I'm pretty sure they mean it in the drinking alcohol sense.
You should understand that it's the elders who deem the limits of moderation.
So
that's why Chester
saw redemption from a drunkard. DK tapped the sword in her hand as if sentencing him for his impudence. He's so smelly, he impudes odor. Or perhaps it was only an attempt at bribery.
Oh, forgive me, my lady. Pretend I said nothing.
As you wish. You're free to go. But I'll remember everything. Ah! Then he died. The next day because he blabbed, and Father Malarkey is behind it. Malachi. Sharp gusts of wind swept through the town to street. A familiar, respectful face approached. The respectful face approached, wearing a sincere and flattering smile. Better not be Malachi, just smile and be like, hey, you didn't find anything, did you? Oh, it's George. Hey, buddy.
My lady, you finally arrived. I knew you'd return. You're different from the others. Like a wine fermenting in the Lorry Valley, or a breeze from the graces of a beautiful estate.
Silence.
Yes, ma'am. Silence. You already said it. I'll say it again.
copy that.
Yes, my lady.
Damn. George sucks. Tell me, how did the rumor of this ghoul spread?
Well, at first someone said that they saw Brother Chester roaming the cemetery at night. He's grave robbing, but he's also a vampire, so it makes sense.
Oh?
He's looking for corpses to drink from, I guess.
Were the bodies buried with corpses? I mean, yeah. Were they buried with corpses? Were they buried with blood inside them? Or were they drained first? Like, I guess we do nowadays so they don't, like, rot and stuff or, like, put chemicals in it. Because if there's chemicals in the blood, then the vampires might not want to partake in that blood. It's not authentic. The cemetery.
Yes.
I forgot how to do any voice.
It's east of the city, within the forest of withered trees.
Withered trees! Withered Freddy! Connections made.
In the past, when people died, they would be taken there.
Oh, so that they were just dealing with a bunch of ghosts. They're having a frat party in the woods.
The bodies piled up like mountains there, carried in carts. My father was one of them.
His name was Man with the Yellow Hat. For a moment, George... For a moment, George's jesting nature broke and revealed a mournful look beneath it. Oh, he's sad about his father. I'd be too. Did they all die from the Great Plague?
I don't know.
I don't know, my lady. I simply don't know. Probably killed by vampires. The Great Plague devoured everything, arriving so swiftly that my father passed with nary a word. Damn. It was pretty brutal. DK fell silent for a long time before resuming.
Oh?
So then they say Chester turned into a ghoul while wandering around these heaps of corpses. Well, if he was hanging around corpses, he would be smelling. He had no business there, my lady. He never lost anyone to the plague, except himself. He scratched his head.
I don't know.
I can't make sense out of this, but the people talk amongst themselves. See, those monks are either a bunch of lazy good-for-nothings or a collection of strange and wicked. They sat comfy in their halls while the plague hit, and now they've come out only to disturb the remains of our loved ones. Do you really think that they can be trusted with our faith? It does makes them question a lot of things, because like they put all their beliefs into the hope that the people of the church can help them through dark times, but that help never came, and now they're like, excuse me, what were you doing? Why do you get to have a nice life while the rest of us suffer? And the people spreading these ideas, they're serious as the grave. They claim to know the details, like the shovel Chester used, and they can recount every weed and clod they stuck to it. What? Why does Chester have a shovel? Was he burying the corpses at the tree? You have to say that in a sentence so I know that's what you mean. More people began to join in, claiming they saw Brother Chester sneaking into the monastery with a dead body. They're joining in the ritual of taking corpses into the monastery? Is that what you're saying? Scandal. But what are they doing with it? Are they trying to revive the dead? Just like in Black Butler, a book of the Atlantic, where they revive the people and then they become zombies and then they're on a ship and then all the zombies eat the people and then they become the zombies and then they hit an iceberg. You mean? Yeah, exactly what I said, George. They were merely rumors. So they're not true. Chester was not dragging bodies into the tower. George shivered. Good job, George. I swear, I never bought into their stories. I'm sure you did. You don't have to lie to us. But we can't let them off the hook. Let who off the hook?
It's true.
I will speak against them, my lady. I know those people, and I know they can't hold their liquor. On the day, they drank down 3 whole bottles. What they claimed was certainly booze-fueled nonsense, not a word to be trusted. And they didn't leave a drop for me. I think that's the main problem here. George didn't get his feckin' alcohol. Not that whatever the hell's happening in this town. As the drunkard danced around with his hands, a rough notebook was handed to him. Here, I drew you a picture. The rabbit. Actually, it's anatomy. What is this? You recognize the symbol on it. What symbol? The tattoo here that says love yourself? Or the music note tattoo underneath the neck? Or the tattoo on the palm? He swallowed hard. Oh, that's the paper that was sandwiched between the other papers, wasn't it? My lady, I don't know what it says. But perhaps I might lead you in the right direction. What language is this? Is this Latin? This is Chester's notebook. Mysteries of the Human Body. He kept it well hidden. Well, not well hidden enough that you found it.
Oh.
I thought monks vowed to keep no secrets from their brothers. This book, it details a variety of dissections performed on the dead. He's doing autopsies! Well, isn't that a good thing? Because then we can figure out how exactly the plague killed the people? Like what organs got corrupted? Well, I guess that this kind of blasphemous, like back in the day, it's like desecrating the dead? I don't know. The hand flipped, the notebook stopped abruptly. Why did it stop abruptly? Grace of the goblet. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? No, I did not. Did you get someone else to do it for you? No, sir, I didn't. Dumbledore's just shaking Harry in the face, like... Oh, we're back at church. I guess we found all the documents we needed. Or maybe not. My lady, do we really have to do this? George looked around nervously, clutching the delicate glass bottle tightly, and the crimson liquid swaying inside. Blood? Are we gonna go do an autopsy on Father Malarkey? The monks told themselves to me. What? The monks themselves told me. Moderate drinking is allowed. And to make him blind drunk, is that considered moderate? That interpretation isn't up to you. Oh, because the man can't hold his liquor. We're gonna get him drunk so he spills the tea. Well, just in case. Sneaky, sneaky.
Copy that.
I see. I'll go along with the plan. Anything you need. George slipped into the room. Oh, George slipped into a bathed in the stained glass windows. Why did it fade to black? I didn't read it. The faithful had long finished their prayer and had left. George slowly approached, bowing in front of the priest's altar. Father, I come to seek the Lord's forgiveness. I am a sinner, Father. Come late, George, and empty-handed. No, I thought we had a bottle in our hand. Maybe DK has it, I don't know. Confess then, and our merciful Lord will forgive your sins. The priest looked down at the Pensius. Believer. Sir Pensius. A veneer of kindness on his face and married by hungry eyes. Those eyes are consuming the world around him. Then he coughed twice. Nah. At least you didn't cough inside your throat. Have you paid your tithes, George? Where are our cattle, our lambs? Did you bring them hence? What are you on about? Well, since when did someone need to bring cattle and lambs to confess their sins? Do you want to do a sacrifice? I don't trust Malachi. He's weird.
No.
I did not. Forgive me, Father. I need all that I have left for winter. The merciful smile failed. I love it when your smile fails. I can't even say that right. The merciful smile faded a second as the priest leaned out of the light. He's in darkness now, like a mafia boss. No matter, George, your family comes first. But then, have you some golden grain that you might feed our faithful? I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's telling us the FNAF lore, and my brain's too tiny to understand the magnitude it holds.
I'm sorry.
No, not that either, Father. I sold all that I had to spare at the market. The priest's kindness vanishes into a gritted smile. Why are you angry? Why do you want things from him so he can confess sins? It seems you haven't repented yet. Have you no concern for those who pray for you? Did you forget that treasure shared with us in life? Are you stored doubtedly in heaven?
But...
Forgive me then, Father. I only brought one such treasure with me, and that's a bottle of vodka. Let's get drunk, Dad.
George lifted his robe, revealing the top of the glass bottle. It's like showing it off like a gun. It's in a gun holster.
Dry your bottles, it's high noon. That you might not forget me in your prayers. I beg you take it.
Is there truth serum in it? Does that exist back in the day? I mean, DK's power is red. She could have put some red things in it. The warm light of mercy returned to the priest's face. He opened his hand. A delightful smell. Surely as pure as the wine of Kana. Of course, I will save it to share in the time of celebration. No, drink it now! At last, I feel the sincerity of your repentance. Go now, your sins have been forgiven. You didn't tell me what you did, but it doesn't matter. You're forgiven.
Thank you, Father Malachi.
Alright, we slipped him some alcohol. The deed is done. Pop. He's drinking it now and said he was going to save it for a time of celebration. The sound of the cork echoed against the empty chamber, hidden from the eyes of the stained glass saints. No, I think they can see it. They can look down at that desk. Ooh, he glugging. Ew. I'm sorry, but if you glug in my ear like that, you're not welcome. Father Malachi reeked of alcohol. He stumbled through the empty corridor, collapsing in front of the gaze of a statue. Have you ever seen those videos where statues like supposedly blink or move? It's like really freaky, but it's probably I don't know how they did it, but it looks real. So spooky. His steps were unsteady, and he didn't notice DK standing in the shadows. She's so sneaky. Oh, Lord, forgive me. Oh, nasty. I had only a little drink. That's why you're so blasted out of your mind. You can't see straight. You're fumbling around, and you're gonna spill the tea. I'm not drunk. I didn't. Devoted as ever, Father Malachi. Seizing the perfect moment, DK leaned against the angel statue, brandishing her flaming sword. Lots of fire today. First we burnt down a town, and now we're gonna burn down this man. And he's an alcoholic too, so he's may have some like drippings on him, and that's gonna ignite the flames on him. It seems like the blazing sun with the fierce fiery tongue dancing below the feet of an angel. In the feet of an angel. I don't know the song, but you know those commercials where it's like, oh, the dogs are suffering, and it's like, in the arms of an angel, then everyone cries, so you donate $19 a month. What? I don't know where I was going with that. How are you here? While you sought forgiveness through prayer, I sought the truth. And I found it. Ooh, tell me, because I have no idea what you put together. I don't even know what the problem in the town is. Brother Chester wasn't the only one to fall into drunkenness, it seems. Or am I mistaken? I guess Chester just died because he was drunk. He either overdosed on alcohol or fell down the stairs because he's drunk. That poor wretch. It wasn't me who did it, I swear. Oh, it makes it sound like it was you. Maybe you pushed him. You had all the reasons to kill him. The reasons DK will explain to me. It was an accidental. I did not intend for him to fall. Of course. Your drinking together that night was nothing more than an act of camaraderie. You share your labors, your prayers, your wine, and it seems to me you even share corpses. What? What do you mean sharing corpses? Like, taking turns doing autopsies on them? DK's shadow approaches closer.
Shoot.
Never. I had nothing to do with those corpses. But if I hadn't discovered his wickedness, the abbot would never have permitted us to ostracize him. What's an abbot? That's the second time they said that term. They use the big old fancy words, and then we can learn. The meaning of abbot is the superior of a monastery for men. Okay, so he's like the head of the monastery or some man. The word abbot comes from the Greek abbas, which means father as a title with honor. Okay, so it's just like another term for father. He's lower than the carrion worm, ripe with the nauseating odor of a wizard. He is the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, not me. I don't love casting spells, he does.
It's true.
Go down to the basement and see with your own eyes. It'll prove what I said is true. I've done nothing wrong, except kill a man. For your sake, I hope so. And of course, we're going into the basement where all the experiments are performed. He leaned against the statue, his gaze wandering. The Great Plague has been gone a long time. As long as we do not intervene, the people forget those horrible events, and will continue to believe in us.
Oh?
Was that his crime? A wizard trying to study corpses, awakening the painful memories of the people?
Of course.
It is the truth! Given enough time, we will regain our trust of the people and their donations. And their donations! You want money from them! You want things from them. But Mr. Chester was like, hey, I'm going to study these bodies and provide an explanation to what exactly killed them to their families, and then the families will have peace of mind. But no, Malachi doesn't want that. He wants money.
No.
Is that what's going on? But you see...
Oh.
Forgive me, merciful Lord. Malachi's rambling stirred with the alcohol in his breath, creating a swamp of stench and confusion. That sounds like a shitty perfume. Swamp, stuff, stench, and confusion, like one of the fancy ones. It was as if he didn't even realize what he was saying, muttering to himself until he collapsed onto the ground. He is drunk, he is passed out. Just don't throw up. I don't want to clean it. I don't want to be responsible for that. Maybe your prayers will be heard. Maybe your sins will be forgiven. But not right now, Father. I just stabbed your body while you're laying down beneath me. I'm going into the basement. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Alright, let's go into the basement! The killing hands! The hands that shoved! Through the unconscious efforts of many, it has finally completed its mission. What do you mean, it? With the alcohol? Yeah, it did its mission. It got Man-Face so drunk that he spilled all the tea. He spilled the green tea, he spilled the black tea, he spilled the oolong tea. Is that green tea? I don't think so. DK returned to the grimy room in the basement. A persistent smell of burning tar covers a hint of decay, set against the old files on the shelf, creating a somber, dread-filled backdrop. My eyes are crossing. Reading skills depleting, brain shutting down. Malvachi's heart-filled confession, wine-soaked as they were, provided more helpful than he likely knew. Click. Oh, I know Click. He's cool. He's a ghost man from War. She pressed this against the concealed stone button. Secret passage into the basement. A secret table revealed itself along with neatly arranged assortment of knives and clamps, holding the faint traces of dry blood. How did she know that was there? All he said was in the basement, so was that a key that... Whatever, she knows everything. She's smart.
Oh?
A solitary notebook lay on the stone table. Oh, that's a leg? He's just learning anatomy so he can be a fancy artist. This is the complete notebook. Oh, and that's the page that was torn from it. But who tore out the page to leave out in the open? Did Chester do that? Did he secretly want us to find his stuff? To find his murderer? Because he knew he was going to die? As for preventing another outbreak of the Great Plague, the disease seems to spread more readily through rats or perhaps fleas. The scent of the patient's corpses and the creatures carry similar odors. Odors? Okay, so it was rats that did spread it. It spread easily through the rats and the fleas. So man was researching how to prevent another one from happening. The tower's state of decay has permitted the presence of many vermin, which might lead to disease. A thorough cleansing of the tower would seem to be a prudent move. Testing method. Senses far beyond those of a normal person. Body immune to infection. It is true. I am a wizard. But trust me, I'm not part of the Shadow Wizard money gang. I don't love casting spells. You have to trust me on this. My intentions are pure. I just don't want a repeat of the tragedy of this plague. Well, now he's dead, so his research won't be picked up by anybody yet. Unless... DK, you want to pick that up? You want to become a scientist? She closed the notebook! So, not a ghoul, but an arcanist. So he is an arcanist. And I think arcanists are wizards. A wizard, fearful of being discovered, shunned and reviled by everyone. Yet, you continued your work of the shadows. Only for them to call you a ghoul. That's not fair. At least call him by a full title, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. But he earned no money and he was not in a gang. He's just the Shadow Wizard. No one appreciates what you've done.
Oh?
Was this the result you envisioned? But no matter how righteous or noble your intentions were, dissecting corpses is a serious violation of the Church's dictates. An indefensible act, Brother Chester. Yeah. Well, who else was gonna do it? Now we're just cutting up people for science nowadays. What was that? The flaming sword rests on the stone table, leaving scorching marks on the surface. I left my mark. Now I'm gonna leave. But in any case, your crime did not merit your death. Nah. He just fell down the stairs. What, did he fell or was he pushed by Malachi? I still don't know. After a while, she opened up a record. She had one long carried out, but had before now left unfolded. That's the sentence. Flashback. The monastery is filled with an eerie quiet.
Father, will we find salvation? Of course, my child. All you must do is pray sincerely. Well, we've been praying, and yet my family's still bedridden. They are picious, Father. They have put unwavering trust in our merciful Lord.
Well,
Yes, the duty to pray is ours, but you have not forgotten yours, have you? So, what should I do? Please tell me, Father. Well, we will need a pure silver coin. Heed me. It must not be mixed with copper or iron. Can't be like those fancy quarters in the Americas. They're filled with all kinds of aluminum and disease. A pure gold coin will still be better. Bring it here and drop it into the redemption box, reciting your prayers as you do.
That just sounds like you're taking people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love that soundbite. Just some old guy going. Ugh.
When you hear the clear ringing sound, you will know your prayers have been heard.
What if...
And if there's no sound?
The priest laid a hand gently on his shoulder.
There will be a sound. Mark my words. Then that's simple. You haven't offered enough.
That just sounds like you're greedy, Mr. Clergy.
But Father, will this heal my family by giving you my gold coins?
What?
Perhaps something stronger is needed. Bring us the ream of parchment. On it we will write our prayers of your kin. Well, mind you, fine parchment. Don't dirty it with your civilian hands.
After reciting the prayer, and dropping your coin, of course, we will return the transcribed parchments to you, cut and ground into powder. Then you will snort them, and you will cough it out, and they will flow into the breeze, carried away into the birds. And then the birds will eat your prayers, and then poop them out into the ocean. And then the gods will hear you.
Wow, thanks, Father.
Dissolve it in water and have your family drink it. Oh, it's kind of close to what I was going for.
Thank you for your guidance, Father.
May the Lord bless you. The faithful man bows his head, reciting his instructions earnestly. The sad piano's playing. Frankly, I loathe these records. And I love the soft, sad piano. But it fits what's going on here, so I guess it can stay. They exit only to stubbornly cling to memories. More of a burden than an aid. Such outdated things. They should have been discarded long ago. Tossing aside the old document, she stood up. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. Well, Caesar got crushed by a giant rock in the shape of a cross, so... I don't know. Unless this is a different Caesar. The only Caesar I know is from JoJo's Part 2. He has bubble magic. Should I say had? Plague Memorial! No one cares about an empty tomb, nor does anyone care about a lonely manuscript. Monument? Plague Memorial. Let's at least do something for the people that had lost people. The monastery, usually quiet and empty, now hosted a throng encircling Dikke, their eyes wide with fear.
Silence.
Quiet down.
Oh?
For what reason have you come here? The buzzing crowd finally hushes, eyes darting around, involvement shrinking backward. Speak up! You're just in here for just creating noise for no reason?
Help
No.
me.
Milady, we were told that you were here, that you came to protect us.
No, she came to find the truth and to tell you things. Oh hey, it's a guy from the troop. His name doesn't deserve to get capitalized. He's not as cool. We've heard that you have powers, that you can drive back the undead and evil wizards. That's a bunch of bullshit. She's not having any of that.
Please.
We beg you to protect us, please, milady.
Stand down.
Calm yourselves. As long as I'm here, you have nothing to fear.
Whoa.
We've seen a ghoul! No, you haven't! That's just old man McGluckin walking around pretending to be Chester's giant bodies. An ill spirit seeking revenge on the living.
It's true.
It is coming to kill us. We've got no doubt.
Oh?
Strange. There are decades of records here. Never had no mention of hauntings or ghouls before.
Please.
My lady, please believe us. No.
No.
No. If you would have believed me... What? If you would have me believe you, then present your evidence. Several pairs of eyes met, and finally with trembling voices they spoke a name.
Whoa.
We believe the ghoul is to be Brother Chester. Yeah, we've investigated this. He was an evil wizard, and now he's become a ghoul, returned from beyond the grave. He refused to let the town rest in peace. You're crazy, man. According to my investigation, Chester was only a monk, not some vile creature of the night. For that matter, ghouls rarely trouble the living. Why would you fear him? Thank you for the follow, Gallop Crush! Oh shit, how are you doing today?
What is up? We're playing Reverse 1999. We're catching up on the anecdotes. I think we're nearing the end. Oh my, what are those? I can't see from my angle. I got tiny eyes. It looks like a hot air balloon and then a tractor being run over. Did I read that line? I can't remember. My brain is shutting down. It's gone far beyond this world. It is the ghoul that haunts the tower and is stealing corpses from the graves. And if you haven't played this anecdote, that sentence will not have made sense, but it is very relevant. Because this creature is different, my lady. They each nodded their heads in a fearful argument.
It's true.
He has reason to hate us, to attack us.
Oh?
The truth comes out. So you confronted him? Was that how he died? Oh, did they kill him? Did they push him down the stairs? Did they poison his wine?
No, my lady, you've misunderstood.
No, I think you misunderstood. You don't have eyes, so you can't see to understand. The brain of your eyes, the retinas.
We didn't intend to hurt him. We were just investigating his odd behavior, and then we ended up stabbing him. That's kind of crazy.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right, we did stab him.
Yes, we wanted to catch him, to prove he was defiling bodies, to confirm his crimes.
But
We chased him, but he escaped, and the next thing we knew, he was dead.
Oh, sounds like a coincidence, I think not. Fruitless as your chase was, I can now see clearly what occurred that night. You've given me all the evidence I needed. Can you put it together in a story that I understand? The crowd is silent, they don't understand. To be continued? Oh no. Oh, nice footsteps. Oh, that was a good moment for a metal clanking sound. Why is George here? Did George kill him? I'm gonna kill George. I'm gonna steal his eyes that he doesn't have. George stumbles into the tavern out of breath and yelled out to the patrons.
hey,
Haven't you heard? Has no one said anything about it?
hurry up!
Don't keep us in suspense, man. Spit it out. We all have the same voice. Chester returned from the dead.
Were you the one spreading rumors, George?
That ghoul, you're drunk again.
No way.
After that fall from the tower, bones crushed, blood everywhere. Not even a ghoul could survive that.
He was pushed from the tower. Damn, okay, I thought he just fell down the stairs, but no. He got dropped from like a... I don't know, how tall is the tower? 50 feet?
I saw it with my own eyes. It's kind of cool.
It's true.
Yes, I saw it too.
Right there.
But, well, my stomach was giving me grief this evening, so I was hunting for a tree for some privacy. So I wandered into the grove near the graveyard.
Why would you go pee in a graveyard? That's so disrespectful. That's not something you do, George.
And that's when I saw some creature dragging around a corpse, holding a shovel. Struck me down if I was laying. It was Chester himself. You're drunk, you old hog.
I'm gonna start calling people old hogs from now on. That sounds funny. Hopefully it's not offensive.
Believe me, this is not the drink. I haven't the coin to buy a sip.
He shook out his empty pockets because he's holding his coins somewhere else in his booty so they cannot jingle jangle.
What if?
If you don't believe me, you can go check his grave. The cross that marked it is gone.
We found that cross in the alley. And you were so excited to come, like, be our tour guide earlier. And, George, you're looking mighty suspicious.
Look!
Whoever has the courage, go open that grave and take a look.
I think you were pretending to be Chester and you were moving the body. You were moving Chester's body out of his own grave. He's dead. It's your fault. It's you! The crowd collectively shrank their necks. They shrank it so much that it dwindled in size. It's now the size of a toothpick.
You're scared. Don't worry. I have the means to ward off the ghoul.
Oh, do you now? He proudly produced an amulet, shaking it over his head like a prize. Where'd he steal that from? This took me quite some effort to acquire. But I was told ghouls fear it like sunlight. The vampires fear the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Well then tell us, man, where'd you get it from? eBay?
Mm-hmm.
I shot out the magistrate, Lady Dikke. She gave it to me for protection. The monastery here doesn't have such things. He no sooner finished than ran out the door. He left.
Hey!
Hey, where are you going? Tell us, is this magistrate still staying at the monastery?
That's right.
Last I checked. They wait for us and all the other guys that sound exactly the same, they're coming. So that's why they all walk to the monastery? When did that take place? I'm confusion. When the bell is tolled. We were tolling bells in Charlie's hangout. But that will toll them again. Now the high-hanging sword has fallen. And it's decapitated George for his crimes. The monastery was crowded far beyond its usual numbers. Again? I know. Are they still here, or was that just like how they all met up and decided to go to the monastery? Or the monastery? But those that had gathered there came neither for prayer nor celebration, a day holy. But those that had gathered there came neither for prayer nor to celebrate a holy day. That's the correct sentence.
My lady, I received no notice from the abbot. Were your actions sanctioned through the proper channels? To gather such a large number of faithful here, we need some authorized reason.
Well, they can't just not want to be here? Those gathered here are not just the faithful of your monastery.
Mm-hmm.
They are perpetuators and victims both, trapped by rumors and prejudice.
But
Did you say butt at me, or did you cluck like a feckin' chicken? Either way. Moving on. We will proceed with the trial immediately. We're going to trial? Who's on trial? Is it George? DK walked straight to the altar, and a hushed conversations below her fell into fearful silence.
I am the standard.
Chester, a brother of this monastery, is dead. I stand here to contend that he was killed, and I shall preside as the prosecutor of this case. Okay, it's a straight up trial. We're Judge Judy in this shit. The accused is... everyone present. Everyone present killed Chester? What? How did they do that? DK's voice wasn't loud, more like the sword raised slowly before an execution. Alright, just chop everyone's heads off. You're gonna have a lot to clean up. Her words echoed between the monastery's gray walls and stained glass windows, a distant thunder of the eras for the gathered crowds. That's what crowds sound like when they're confused. Let us present the first witness.
Whoa.
my lady,
Why are you old? My lady, you promised to protect us.
Oh?
I am here now, protecting you, am I not? I'm sentencing you to death. It's the best way to protect you. Protecting innocent people plagued by fear and rumors. She glanced coldly over the crowd, subduing countless pairs of terrified eyes. You believe he was a ghoul? That's what the rumors said. We came to warn him, that's all. They all said so. You just going with the bandwagon. You didn't investigate before. You're just like, oh, that guy's a ghoul? Oh my god, let's stop him from committing evil and terrorizing the town without any evidence.
Oh?
Your claim is that you had a simple argument with the deceased, only advising him against wandering around the cemetery with wild notions. Is that so?
That's right.
Yes, that's right. Yet the deceased doesn't appear to agree with your version of the events. I talked to him just now. He's not actually dead. And now I'll call the second witness, his spirit. Just like a summoning circle appears on the floor, and then the ghost appears in the middle. It's like, hey, how'd you die? A corpse, a withered corpse is presented to the shock and horror of the assembled. Did you dig up his body?
My lady Dikke, you've committed a grave sin to desecrate our brother's corpse like this.
Shut up, man. No, you desecrated it first.
No. This is a serious violation.
No, it's evidence. Your concerns are noted. And I don't care. Yet my actions strictly follow the methods described in Brother Chester's Mysteries of the Human Body. He is not human. He was a wizard, which I undertook to honor him.
You're desecrating the corpse.
That's what you're hung up about? I guess that makes sense.
I must report this to the authorities immediately.
She's like, bitch, I am the authority.
My lady, forgive us.
Her actions were decisive, just like everything she did. She doesn't do things without reason. The trial will proceed. Observe the deceased here, multiple blunt force injuries, skin lacerations, and at the wound site, remains of soil and dry grass.
Oh?
Do you plead guilty? So because he had multiple wounds, that means multiple people did it? Multiple people pushed him out of the tower? I confess we did hit him, but he didn't die. We all saw him rise from his fall alive. Wait, okay, so you pushed him, you beat him up, pushed him out of the tower, he fell, and then he got up after falling 50 feet.
And?
When we confronted him, he was amidst moving a body. He was a ghoul, just like the rumors claimed. Your story's not adding up, so you punched him, you confronted him, you punched him, you pushed him. And he fell. Out of the tower. No, it wasn't. When did he fall out of the tower? Okay, I guess maybe he didn't fall out of the tower yet. He was moving a body when you punched him and pushed him over and he fell. And yet my trial continues. The priest trembles on his feet, closing his eyes and muttering desperate prayers of forgiveness. No, man, you're going to hell.
Dear God, forgive me.
Now I turn to you, Father Malachi.
Oh?
On this night, was your meeting with Brother Chester in the tower mere hapstance? Oh, he pushed Chester out of the tower. Or was it planned encounter? Sharp and incisive, Dikke swiftly honed herself upon the latest of her accused.
He invited me to discuss an important matter.
He wanted you to mobilize everyone in the monastery to copy the guide he had written and spread it to all our followers. He claimed to be bringing a revelation to the people.
No! My lord, how could I trust the words of such wizard, especially when he stood to blame us for our previous inaction during the Great Plague?
His legs were trembling, teeth tightly clenching. He knows he's guilty! So it was that you refused his request, yet still took the wine he offered.
No. It was a gift, and I drank all of it in one night. What was I supposed to do? What he said was hard to believe. I simply gave him a test, and then he fell out the tower.
Isn't that so?
Were he truly a capable wizard, he should have easily been able to remove the dust from the clock on the roof of the building, right?
You told him to clean the clock, and then he slipped and died. So he fell to his death. Okay, this is where he fell out of the tower. And you went back to drinking, as usual, in moderation. Another one of your crimes.
No.
Please, please forgive me.
No, I don't think I will. The dark-cloaked lady ascended the highest point in the room. You will look at her and you will be judged for your sins.
I hereby declare.
I will now pronounce judgment. I was gonna say justice. I'm like, it's like justice, 2-syllable word. But judgment. That's also 2 syllables. This was a silent murder to which we are all guilty. Oh, not to all are guilty. You're all guilty. You're all gonna die. It continues? Okay, this is the longest one thus far. Maybe they just keep getting longer, because Charlie's was 6 chapters, Oliver Fogg's was 7 chapters, and DK's is at least 8. The sun will surely rise. The sun always rises. Okay, this seems like the end. And then whoever's next, they will have 9 chapters. Nice peaceful walk in town. Okay, I guess George didn't do anything. He was just a man. My lady. My lady!
Oh?
Are you leaving now? Well, she killed everyone in the room, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Oh?
So there are no more wrongdoings to be reported? No, certainly not. George stood tall as if to stand in her way, vigorously waving his hands as if to protest. What are you doing, George? But where was your judgment? No one was punished for Brother Chester. I mean, they were equally kind of doing nasty things, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I made my verdict. Do you doubt my judgment? Well, I don't know what you judge. You're like, I will now pronounce judgment. And then it's the next day. But I don't understand. That the fearful do fearful things, and it is in what? That the fearful do fearful things is in their nature. They will bring their own judgment on themselves in time. Ooh, okay. You're gonna get them by not getting them at all. But what if they become afraid of me? What if they seek vengeance? The greater than sign. Why do you got a greater than sign? Vengeance is greater than questioning. Should that happen, I will return to carry out a harsher sentence. Confusion. Oh, George, I left a reward for you. You will find it on the shelf in the tavern. The highest one. I run the tavern now, actually. I arrested the barkeep.
Copy that.
It sounded like she just ran away. Yes, my lady. May the Lord watch over you and have a safe journey. The night had settled in. It looks daytime. It's daytime now. The town returned to its peaceful, it's quiet, and some things slowly decaying and others grew unheededly. Ooh, CG! You're writing the report of all the things you've done? Probably. Wow. Sorry. All finished here. The specific case and evaluations for each person are to be stored and filed as follows. Circle! That was a circle, I could tell by the sound of the pen. I do like the CG. It's very, very clean, very crisp, very ambient. The numerous violations of trust by the monastery merit increased scrutiny and supervision of their order in the future. The local congressions, sadly, are of an impressionable kind, having a stroke, and had been easily swayed by their fears and the machinations of those that manipulated them. That's why I can never be a voice actor, because I'm butchering this dialogue. Maybe if it was early in the day, I could do it better. I'm also a bad voice actor. Wow, got him. They will need additional guidance and admonition to grow wiser, the more resilient. Malachi, the monk in charge of the daily affairs of the monastery. has proven a greedy, cowardly, drunken lout. Well, gotta put that in the report! As for Chester, an arcanist working in the guise of a monk. Multiple instances of privately dissecting corpses. His cause of death is most complicated. I won't write it down. I don't want to. Smeared by rumors. Injured by townsfolk. Neglected by his brothers, who preferred superstition's fear to grace. Yet ultimately, in trying to prove his convictions, he slipped and fell from the tower to his death. Crumpled the paper. The book, Mysteries of the Human Body, has been transcribed and is attached to the end of this report. Some time has passed, and at last DK completed her records. I'm not clicking. The long night would eventually come to an end, and the sun would rise once more. The end. All-nighters. Huh, they took all night to write that report.
Yippee, we finished!
Okay. I think that one was my least favorite out of the 3 anecdotes we have so far. My order is, number 1 is Oliver Fox, number 2, Charlie's, and then coming in at number 3 is DK's. But it was good, but I was confused most of the time. It wasn't, I feel like the writing could have been a little more, easy to understand. Like, the story itself was good. It was a good point to make. It was like, yeah, but like the details leading up to it, I'm like, what's going on? It was that like the flashback with George going into the bar being like, oh my god, there's a fucking ghoul, I saw Chester and shit. Like, what? It's like the order of events. I don't know. Maybe my brain's bad. But maybe not. Maybe I just get confused with writing. That's a definite possibility. Well, my brain feels like it's exploding. It has nothing left. The vibes of the universe have tilted into I can't function anymore. So I think we can end it for today on this note. I'm glad I got to share these anecdotes with you all. And I sound like I'm out of breath, so I can't think. Arm spaghetti, brain melty, brain Swiss cheese. Yeah, I'll be back Wednesday with Honkai Star Rail. It's gonna get updated. We're gonna get the new version. Is it 2.2, I think? Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait to meet Bootail. I'm sure hoping we see him. Oh yes, that is the plan for Wednesday. Thank you to everyone who came to watch, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.